Alright, let me just get a few things set up here. I probably should have done this before stream. Oh, okay. I've never done one of these commentary thingies, but I think it'll be fun to give some insight into this whole thing. This is a topic I've been waiting on for quite a while. There's just one problem. I'm too lazy to edit this whole thing. I mean, maybe highlights will be a thing. Alright, I'm gonna quit stalling. Alright. Oh, long time coming. This is a long time coming right here. Alright. Well, this is gonna be a long one. An hour and 17 minutes. Jeez. Oh no, he's going with the cinematic intro. If I were to remain silent, I'd be guilty of complicity. Actually, yeah, that's a good quote. Let's see. This person has violated several community policies, ruined multiple people's lives and reputations, incited and encouraged the harassment and potential doxing of others. Potential doxing? Ooh. Oh, wait. And exploited important social movements to boost her own platform, while spitting in the faces of those she swore to defend. 3 dots. Ooh, I like this intro. Alright, starting us off slow. Oh, come on! What is what is up with these paragraphs? And while all of this has occurred, every prominent community figurehead has either remained silent or actively supported and encouraged the damaging behavior. This includes, but is not limited to, openly and thoroughly condemning those who speak out against her, financially supporting her lies and misrepresentation, and even cooperating in her wicked schemes. Oof. Yep. We're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of this. I guess by name, some of the community figureheads that franchise might be referring to. There we go. Also, Christmas theme, because screw you. These include like Leffen, Slime, even though he says he's not a figurehead, but honestly, he should just stay out of it. He's like, I'm getting more subs, more money is for the memes, man. But then he gets defensive and blocks people. It's kind of dumb. And, all of these TOs, tournament organizers, it's dumb. The doxing one, though, I don't know about the doxing one. Unless that means, like, stalking. This video isn't about drama. This is about accountability. Ooh. Ooh, I got chills.
Talking about Jisu. Jisu is a professional artist in the Smash community that was a prominent figure during the July 2020 Me Too movement. She's widely regarded as a hero for helping victims of sexual abuse.
Very proud of Jisu artist who is willing to be a martyr for the entire community. These stories break my heart, but please.
Share their stories against some of the Smash community's biggest names. However, new
Over
evidence
52.
has recently been presented
I remember that,
strongly
yeah.
suggesting that Jisu lied about nearly everything during the movement. Along with her other offenses against the community, she
Hey, I'm guessing that's a name, is messaging me, join VC. Wait, hold on. I'm going over a freaking... Hello?
Yo,
Yo.
what you call it? Can you share your screen? Cause I want to see this.
Alright, yeah. Alright, so, for context, this is like a exposed video or something about, like, someone in the Smash community, and, you know, I've been kind of waiting for this. Let me share my screen here real quick.
Like exposed as in like cheating, or exposed as in
No, so basically this person made up a whole bunch of lies and stuff like that, against other people. Yeah,
so
and
basically a scandal.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so I'm just watching this real quick. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna just read these messages. So, Hey is messaging me, and I was gonna do this in person, but blank told me while I was drunk I started hitting you, and question mark. I wanted to apologize for this in person at SmashCon, but I wanted to let you know I'm super sorry for that, and I know you didn't actually mean harm. And then the dude responded to her, being like, "Yeah, you did. When you refer to me as person's GF, it's just an issue that bothers me immensely, and that too, as like the straw that broke the camel's what? What?
I'm
Okay,
super
this is
sorry. I didn't really have an excuse besides being drunk, and I'm not sure how. And
I think this oh yeah, and this person is named Jisu. So this whole thing is like ban Jisu, you know, and stuff like that. But
that's the Smash person's name.
yeah, and so the person in gray is the one is Jisu basically. But yeah, she's been known to like lie and do all of this other stuff.
Wait, so the blacked out names is Jisu, or
No,
the one that's like
no,
with the mess, Jacqueline Coe. Is that how you pronounce it? Because not Chloe,
probably
since there's no L.
Jacqueline
Chloe?
Choey. I don't know. Yeah, but
Joey?
yeah, and so that's her, and that's her basically, bro. You know,
Chloe.
I think she might have accidentally misspelled Chloe, but I'm not sure. All right, anyways.
It could be a last name.
Yeah.
We all know how strange last names are.
Yeah. All right, anyways, let's continue.
Honestly, we need the child Ortega.
However, not only has every prominent community member failed to condemn her toxic behavior, many have straight up supported Jisu in her lies and deception, both vocally and financially. No matter how many lives she ruins or how many people she deceives and manipulates, she has gotten away with everything. But this game ends today. Today, we ban Jisu.
Let's go. Let's go. Hold on. I'm gonna give this a like just for that. Let's go.
I don't know anything that's Smash or like Smash in general.
I created this video not intending to attack anyone. I do not condone any acts of her. Okay, so this is like the little do not attack anybody. All right, cool.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You know, nobody. You know, like 25% people is not going to listen. They're going to attack.
Yeah, it's just gonna be this little mob attacking. But you know. What can you do? You know.
Even though you clearly said don't attack them, literally, to other people like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna attack them anyways.
Yep. That's pretty much the internet.
The first section is intended
to
I
can wait till
you lay out the case something just like happened while providing the necessary and relevant evidence to support my claims. While nothing I'm about to present is new information and has already been beaten to death several times before, I still need to give proper context to why
Yep. I'm watching this whole thing.
Is meant to call out the prominent community figureheads that actively support and enable Jisu's actions.
Hopefully I don't pass out because
Jisu's behavior, the three top figures covered in this video have done the most to hide the damages she's caused. It is my opinion that these people are guilty by association and should be held accountable as well.
Ooh, the charges. Alright, let's go.
Let's go, give me the money.
In order to help you
give me the money.
what Jisu has done to warrant a ban, I will be referencing Article 2 of the former SSB Code of Conduct. While the conduct panel has been disbanded for a little...
It looks a twit longer.
Article 2.
Oh. The conduct described as Article 2.1/2.4, if committed by a participant, shall amount to an offense by
Bro, Smash Bros. The Smash Bros. Scene has their own like laws and everything.
Jesus, I'm usually video games in the US like they're like they have a bunch of laws, but they just compact it into one little paragraph.
Bro, and they got like freaking 2.1, 2.1.2, like jeez.
What is this, a patch update?
Right.
The former SSB Code of Conduct. While the conduct panel has been disbanded for a little over a year now, the document still acts as a solid baseline for what constitutes an offense in the community, and has recently been used to justify the ban of top player Hacks money.
Oh yeah, this ban was also BS. I don't think Hacks deserve to get banned. All he did was make a video on someone else, and then they banned him. Yeah, and because he called out someone else. The only problem is that his video was pretty sloppily made, so you know, his credibility kind of went down. Well, it went down a bit because of it. But it would have been such a good exposed video too.
According to Article 2 of the SSB Code of Conduct, Jisu has committed 2 level 3 offenses and 1 level 2 offense. 2.3.
Level 3 offense?
1. Physical assault of another participant.
No, I said let me read, but he's reading it already.
Oh, yeah.
And 1 level 2 offense. 2.3.1. Physical assault of another participant or any other person, including a spectator, during a match or event. 2.3.
Yeah, and so basically you can't jump anybody at events.
3.3. Repeated,
and let's go another patch of
and unwelcome advances of another participant, primarily through online means, malicious gossip with the intent of manipulating the victim's social circle, defamation of character. 2.3.6. Openly advocating for or encouraging 2.3.5. Doxing.
Let's go! That's 2 more. That's 2 more.
Other people's personally identified information, especially as a way to escalate or continue harassment. This includes, but is not limited to,
I don't know.
information publicly available,
such
as the victim's
probably.
address,
I think they went backwards.
Or identification number, or vehicle/license plate information.
They're like, oh shit.
2.2.1.
Oh, this just happened.
And malicious intimidation.
I remember the date.
Oh, okay, so this one was just about doxing.
2.2.1. Directed and malicious intimidation, harassment, or bullying of any participant, whether by language or conduct.
You see, and that's the problem here, because the way that people define harassment and bullying is like different on the internet. Because people have like different views of like bullying and stuff like that.
Article 7 states that a first-time level 3 offense is met with a ban of up to 2 years. However, multiple infractions can result in a lifetime ban.
I mean, a lot of games
on the basis of committing a level 2 and level 3 offense, which led to an indefinite, albeit not permanent, ban. With Hacks' ban as a baseline example, I believe that a lifetime ban is warranted for these offenses. Naturally, when accusing someone of anything, let alone infractions of this magnitude, the burden of proof falls upon the one making the accusation. This video will provide proper and sufficient evidence to convict
Ali
versus
thefranChise.
thefranChise. Bloody hands.
Let's go, murder.
Let's go!
On June 25th, 2021, a person came out with a story accusing Jisu of smacking 2 different people at an EVO after party in 2019. The person wishes to remain anonymous, and I will refer to this person as Bob for the rest of the segment, but if Jisu would like to present anyone who
I know that guy.
Claim, he is more than welcome to do so.
Yo.
However, such a person does not exist.
There was a EVO party, I believe EVO 2019. I was directly talking to a person, and I mentioned the word girlfriend.
We should go. We should really go to like a Comic Con.
Coming back from my #1.
Yeah,
and
true.
Or not Comic Con, just like any type of either anime or video game type of event.
I let
Yeah,
it go. So I
I'd go.
continue talking to the person, and then the second smack comes across.
Yeah, but there's none of them in
So the guy
Memphis
I'm speaking to,
because don't nobody
literally
like
had to
Memphis.
stop the girl and tell her, hey, you can't be going around smacking people. But she kind of gave him like a gesture, like, don't tell me what to do. I'm my own woman.
Bob also provided us with screenshots of
Let's
Jisu
go, Bob.
apologizing for her actions that
Damn,
day.
dude, this guy
Unless
got
Jisu
slapped
can
twice.
somehow prove that these
Oh, jeez.
Oh, hard, I hit you, but either way, I could tell you were drunk. I just let it go. Things happen. Laying hands isn't cool, and I'm really sorry for that. You hit us hard enough for Bob to tell you, okay, you can't go around hitting people, Jisu. Yeah, he told me about this morning, and I felt horrible. I didn't really know if you were down to talk immediately, which is why I wanted to wait it out until we're both cool to talk IRL. I'm glad, but I'm glad Bob messaged me so we can clear it up. Let's go, Bob.
Let's go.
conversations were doctored.
I don't know why.
then this is
He didn't
definitive
put the
proof
white
that
text. on Bob.
More stuff. I mean, yeah, we can
He-
talk now about it. Yeah, again, I'm in the wrong for that. And if there's anything I can to make up for it, let me know. I can do. I think it was very inappropriate for you to even hit me and blank regardless if you're drunk. If we were do that, we would get canceled immediately. People will paint us in a bad picture and say we're a woman abuser. Yeah, 100% I agree. It's a bad habit of mine because my parents used to hit. What? Hey KJ, have you ever slapped anybody in public?
Are we talking about like family members or random strangers? Family members and friends, yeah, but random strangers, no.
Strangers. And like you slap them hard.
No.
I figured. I figured.
Look, I may be dumb, but I'm not retarded.
Let's go. Amen.
that this situation occurred. I want to make this 100% clear that Jisu is not being genuine with her apology. This is due to several reasons that are backed up by these messages. Firstly, Jisu was dragged into apologizing by someone else. She did not approach Bob under her own volition. Secondly, before she went to apologize, she first took to Twitter to complain about being called someone.
Jeez, why? I'm not calling anyone out specifically, but I've legit carried so many things, overtly or not, and accidental or not, it's gotta stop. I literally wake up and do everything understanding my position 100% with no complaint. I put in the work and put out only quality content. That should hold its own merit regardless of identity, and I thought it would, but apparently not. Oh, why is there so much evidence?
I don't know. From your perspective and how it makes you feel. Yeah, I'm still trying to process all of this, man, so you can... let me shut up. It's not gonna be properly. Alright. And I'm still trying to process all that, so if there's anything I can do to amend this, just let me know.
If you value
you go.
If you value friend over the internet, then why go to Twitter about it? It's very confusing.
There's no names. And the tweet focused on the issue of being called someone's GF.
Now you're telling me blank and blank encouraged?
So you know you're telling me that Bob and Susan are encouraged.
Jeez, dude.
And how it belittled the accomplishments.
Meme reveal, never mind.
Unfortunately,
hey Coley, how's it going?
First tweet of the thread, but judging by the messages sent between her and Bob,
it seems on Twitch
the tweet did not include the context.
Nah, on YouTube, just on YouTube.
And Jisu admits this. Just look at the tone of these messages.
Okay, I'm not reading any more of these.
Sorry for what they did, or does this sound like someone who's more worried about being called a girlfriend than the fact that she's called two people?
Yeah, I'm not reading. We're not reading all of this. That's so much.
Public tweet Jisu made before she even thought to apologize to Bob, and the tweet didn't even account for his side of the story. Bob puts it beautifully here when he says, "You're only trying to understand your side of the story." Jisu is clearly more concerned with defending herself and acting like Bob is the villain instead of actually owning up to her mistakes. And this is compounded by...
So basically she tried to make like apology, but then she tries to like pin it on our good old friend Bob here. Bro, poor Bob.
Bro. Imagine being bad. Poor Bob.
Sad face.
all the excuses she piles on throughout this conversation. At first, she says that being called
Have you ever had
girlfriend
a
is
friend
what
named
triggered her
Robert?
to hit him, but then shortly
Robert?
after says
Yeah,
it's not about
yeah, I
that,
definitely had a
it is
friend named
instead
Robert.
a bad habit
Oh,
from
so you
being
must have called him
severely
Bob.
disciplined as a kid. She goes from saying
At
she
one
was
point I
drunk
did,
to
but
now
then he got
slightly
mad.
buzzed. She can't even keep her own
Yes.
Why?
sentence
Because
straight.
Yeah, she
why?
did
Because
come to me
Bobby's
to apologize.
Bobby
to me,
usually
but only
what's it
because
called? The universal nickname for Robert.
Yeah. It's
And
either
then you have Rich. And then oh wait, what?
it's either Bob or Rob.
Huh? Mm. But
Bob
then
or
but for Richard, it's Dick.
Oh yeah, Coley. And so this is a drama. So this Jisu person, and basically she made up a whole bunch of lies about people, and she's finally getting exposed by a somewhat, large-ish channel. So yeah,
She can't even
Larger
keep
enough
her
in
own story.
I would
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah, definitely large enough to get noticed by the Smash community.
Straight.
yeah, she did come to me to apologize to me, but only because somebody else reached out to her, and I honestly believe she wasn't gonna apologize to me. While she did say sorry, I felt like it was very ungenuine based on how the way she was responding. She kept telling me exactly the reason why she was hitting me and how she grew up. And I've also grew up in a terrible neighborhood, and I've never once laid my hands on anybody, so I didn't like.
Let's go. Violence with violence. They should really meet up in the streets and start boxing each other.
Equality.
Exactly. Oh, you were grown up in an abusive household. So was I. Let's box. I don't care if you're a woman.
Let's go. These hands are rated E for everyone.
Of all ages.
Of all ages.
That apology. She was confusing like
Well, we
what
really
the story
all right.
saying. She was slightly
Was it?
buzzed. She was drunk. She wasn't
Imagine
drunk.
capping
And I was
on.
like,
Yeah.
well, if you weren't drunk, that means you're cognitive of
I
your
said pause real
behavior
quick.
and what you did. So that kind
All right, Anthony's chat. I know it's only just Cody, but we don't condemn actually hitting women unless she's actually abusing you, but don't actually hit her. Just like I don't know, probably like push her back a bit, and then also for the E for everyone. We don't mint it unless you're at the age, unless you're at like the whatchamacallit, at like I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 years older or younger. I'll probably consider like that still be a fair fight. Look, an 18-year, I mean, look, unless you're 18, if you're 18, one year, 1 year younger, so fight a 17-year-old. Because we all know how 16-year-olds would be when you're 18.
Yeah, so anyways, we don't condemn it. Hashtag no beat women. Yeah.
Don't beat women. But if they do start being hostile to you, just try to do something to hold them back, or call the police.
Call the police. She touched me.
No, say that because what you call. I was watching a reaction video today. It literally is about top crazy top 10 crazy exes. But one of them was a girl who had a machete, of her and she forced her ex to have sex with her, and then after done while with the machete in hand, and then when they got done, she decided to piss on the bed.
What?
I'm not joking. And she was sent to 20 years to a mental like a mental thing.
Oh my
Not in a asylum, but like a mental program. I don't know.
Hey, Coley's joining the VC. To reduce the delay, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, Coley. Welcome to this petty drama. Well, it's not really petty. She really needs to be banned.
of makes it worse.
Oh wait, hold
Well,
on.
if you weren't drunk, that means you're cognitive of your behavior and what you did, so that kind of makes it worse. She smacked another person as well in the same night. I won't exaggerate, it probably was between 5 and 10 minutes, literally in the same night.
Damn, she
It's
slapped
like
someone
she
else.
tries to deflect all the blame away from the person who actually deserves it, herself. Nobody was belittling her success or work by calling her someone's girlfriend, and even if they were, this isn't a justification to physically assault someone.
Also, I was gonna let it go, but she kept harping on it and saying your name wasn't added, and I knew that tweet was specifically about me, so it wasn't fair that she was leaving out information and misleading people, trying to pivot the story into people calling her girlfriend based on the work ethic that she had put in the community. That wasn't the case. She because I was talking to another person and said your girlfriend.
I think I might actually be blocked by Jisu on Twitter. Hold on.
Wait, why you say that?
Cause I remember one time I was checking Twitter and I couldn't like look at some accounts. I think Jisu's was probably one of them. Jisu.
Isn't like add Jisu artists or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Add Jisu. Yeah.
Artist.
Search.
Yeah, you have to put the ad unless it won't.
Add Jisu. Yeah, I'm blocked.
Wait, hold up. Wait, let me see if I'm blocked. I highly doubt it, but
yo, I'm actually dead ass blocked. Yeah, and this happened quite a while ago too. Oh my goodness. Oh no, people can see my. Hey, but fear not. I have my alt. Oh jeez. Hold on. I think I'm also banned by Leffen as well.
I'm not, Anthony. I'm not. So.
Oh.
So if you look at my stream, yeah, you'll see.
Okay, yeah. So I think I'm also banned here. Yep, I'm also banned by this dude. One of the top players of Smash. Also pretty retarded. Yeah. All right. Anyways, back to the video. Back to the drama. Woo, yeah.
Girlfriend based on the work ethic.
I mean, she has pretty good art. Not gonna lie.
She literally.
Yeah, I think she does pretty good art. But now it's all gone to waste because of this. Like she could have just been drawing art and been doing like pretty good, you know.
Hit me in my face because I was talking to another person and said.
I was looking through her thing. Yeah, again, she likes Genshin as well. So, oh no, I hope she's not part of like the Genshin community because we all know what was going to happen to her. She was.
Oh, no, I do. She would have gotten torn apart by the Genshin community.
Especially if she had a straight ship. Trust me, they go literally Genshin Twitter. Well, at least the LGBTQ side of it. Some of them will go wild if you do a straight ship.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Trust me, I've seen it.
Eternal silence.
This is where we get to Jisu's level 2 offense, intimidation and bullying. When Bob realizes that Jisu isn't sorry for what she did and is trying to shift the story on what actually occurred, Bob tells Jisu that he's going to post his side of the story of what really took place. This is when Jisu says this.
Okay, deleted.
So let me get this straight. Your original tweet wasn't about Bob and was just a general blanket tweet about women being belittled, but when Bob threatens to post his side of the story, you'll take your tweet down?
She deleted her tweet about me, even though it didn't have my name. I knew it was about me. She was like, okay, I'll delete it, because she was afraid of me. She tried to silence me and try to tell me, oh, but the story's not about you. And I said, yes, it is.
Oh,
said,
she buried evidence.
She's gonna tell everybody my side of the story. She said, okay, I'm gonna delete it. It actually was a way to silence me. I didn't think of it at that time, and that's why I say now that I look back on it, it did mentally scar me.
While most people probably won't care about someone getting slapped in 2019, this situation still proves that
this tweet is not about you, but you know what? I'm gonna delete it anyway.
Keep this in mind going forward, as manipulating stories is a pattern of behavior for Jisu.
Did I ever tell you why I have like a huge fear of bugs?
Why?
Because like at 10 years old, okay, I got stuck. Like me and a group of friends. Like we were at our brother's baseball game, baseball game, and there was this little woods area that we like go play at. Apparently, there was like a yellow jacket nest, and then we all got stung by yellow jackets, and one of them got stung in the eye, and she was homochromial, where she had two different color irises. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I got stung in. Yeah, and I got stung in the face, multiple times.
Jeez.
So that's why I have like.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I said that's why I have like a huge fear of bugs.
Damn. No, yeah, I think that's completely reasonable.
Yeah. My grandmother bashed on me saying you're a guy. Why are you afraid of bugs?
Yeah, I mean, I would be too if I got stung in the face like that. Rumor has
Turn off your car.
What?
False allegations
Jesus, no.
are bad.
Someone car keeps going, bro, for this whole the whole week. Someone's car been going off.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing it outside as well.
Do you hear it right now? Because I can hear it.
Nah, I don't hear it right now.
I continue so we can go. So you can finish your reaction.
Not just because they can ruin people's
Yeah.
lives, but because they are a spit in the face to actual victims of these crimes. Jisu seems to agree with this sentiment.
If you make shit up to cancel someone, like actually, just for like your 10 seconds of fame, you're a piece of shit.
If you actually make false allegations to hurt the case
you
of
are where you
current
come out
and
of my
future
mouth.
victims purely for your own selfish reasons, then you're the fucking scum of the earth.
No, I heard
I
that.
also want to emphasize that
go
Zero
back to
deserves to be banned for what he did, and this section is simply meant to indict Jisu as an opportunistic liar. I am not trying to exonerate Zero in any way. However, while Zero was later found guilty of a completely separate allegation made by a third party that doesn't retroactively exonerate Jisu for lying. On July 5th, 2020, Jisu released a document titled The Truth About Zero, Katie, and Sky, where she explains all of her experiences and allegations against Zero and Sky Williams,
hell no.
who we will be covering in the next.
Oh, hell no. To the no.
Dude, this is like, huh?
No, whoever had time to read all of those messages, Jesus fucking Christ, I feel bad for you.
Section. This document that I have on screen is actually a revised version. She ended up having to remove a section because it was a false claim she pushed without anyone's permission. It said that Zero had begun dating his then girlfriend Vanessa when she was 15 and he was 20. Using my ultra psychic superpower known as the Wayback Machine, I was able to recover the original version of the document that was posted on July 5th, 2020, before this story was cut out and removed. Let's read this omitted section of the document together to learn more about what Jisu was alleging at the time.
Firstly, I'm sorry Vanessa if this isn't what you wanted.
You're not even a sentence in, and you've already managed to contradict the first sentence of your own document. And this is self-admitted, by the way, because she acknowledges this throughout the rest of the paragraph.
I have to make amends with calling this out because it was always a point of controversy that was swept under the rug. Due to current allegations though, I have to reopen the case. If you or Zero present evidence stating otherwise, I formally apologize for bringing it up, but currently we can't excuse what accounts from others have shown.
Bro, she keeps breaking her own rules. And she's sharing this without someone else's permission.
Here's a better idea, Jisu. How about you ask Vanessa first, not only for evidence of her age, but for permission to even share the story in the first place, and only then post the allegation once you actually know what's going on. What is so difficult about that?
I make it clear to them, like, I'm not going to share anything unless you explicitly want me to. You're free to say anything.
Oh, you idiot!
You want, like, nothing is going to be aired out. I'm not judging you.
She's not consistent whatsoever.
This was an issue brought up back in the day that Zero quickly put to rest and probably corroborated with Vanessa to sweep the issue away. There are several people I know in the community who have just heard that she's underage by a significant amount down the grapevine, but always just a rumor. One of our former roommates always called them out on it and was promptly blocked and put on Zero's blacklist. Unless we get Vanessa's birth certificate or some
Vanessa's birth certificate? Oh, hell nah. Hell nah. She doxing now.
All I can do is air out what we know.
Wait, this is like the whole Obama thing. We need to get his birth certificate. Give it now. He's not from the US.
Yeah, unless we get her birth certificate. or if we just do 2 quick Google searches. In fact, even that wasn't necessary. The funny part about this is that she made this exact allegation 2 days prior to posting this document, and several people pointed this out in the replies. Did you just
trust
ignore
me
them and continue believing this even though everyone was proving you wrong? I hate to break this to you, Jisu, but
thank
the
goodness
block
people did
button
not believe that
doesn't
one.
only work for you. We can still see the replies. They don't magically go away because you block them for yourself. The bottom line is that Jisu was made well aware that these allegations were false before she put them in this document. So the excuse that she didn't know it was false literally doesn't work here, especially since she didn't even ask Vanessa. She then goes on to post screenshots of her conversations with anonymous people to prove that this allegation spawned from rumors around the community.
I need the Carfax. When did Zero start dating Vanessa?
The Carfax?
Damn, that's a hard recall. I'm almost certain it was while she was underage. Almost 100% sure, but I don't know the exact timeline or the age that he was. There should be some way to prove that though, or show it. Let me see what year it was when I wrote my note. Also, any idea how old she is right?
Of course they're anonymous. Of course.
Now. Nah, she was like 15.
How are you gonna begin this screenshot with, I need the Carfax, but then just say outright, nah, she was like 15? You're asking them a question and then answering it for them. If you knew the answer before you asked the question, why did you even ask it? Not only are you trying to manipulate the story, but you aren't even doing that right. You were supposed to crop this bit out so it would look like you're trying to get information and not like a quiz show.
I don't remember where I heard it, but I wouldn't just make it up. And like, we'll never know unless we get their birth certificates or something, but all signs point to yes.
Nah, yeah, you're stupid. You're an idiot. Wait, no, you know what? I'm gonna not call people that, but your line of reasoning, your line of decision making, that's pretty retarded. How are you gonna ask someone what happened and then you're just gonna say, yeah, so anyways, yeah, they did this?
You came out with a formal allegation against Zero, and instead of getting the actual evidence or even permission to share the story in the first place, you only showed screenshots confirming that it was just a rumor? This was her proof. This was her queen takes F7. This was the dagger in
that
her
was the
eyes,
proof.
The damning
what?
evidence that would prove her accusation beyond any reasonable
That was
doubt.
not.
On top of this already dumb allegation, she then compounds it with another allegation where Zero would physically abuse Vanessa. And once again, instead of asking Vanessa for anything on the matter, she used rumors as her source. Okay, so knowing everything up until now, let's
How are you gonna use rumors for? Ah, yes, of course. I will gossip. I will listen to other people. What they say is what I believe.
Let's see how Vanessa responds.
No evidence needed.
I was outed in a story of me getting physically abused and how my age was something else, which is not true at all.
Like, seriously, what did Jisu expect to happen?
There you go.
You not only lied about the situation, but you completely disrespected Vanessa and her privacy in the process, which is also the reason why I believe Jisu's actions violate section 2.3.5 of the SSB Code of Conduct, which makes doxing an offense. The sentence, unless we get Vanessa's birth certificate or something, led to hordes of people hounding Vanessa to release her birth certificate. Had someone actually gotten their hands on it, or anything equivalent, they would have certainly posted it. Not only did Jisu
that would have been a nightmare right there.
To incite the harassment against Vanessa, which could have led to the release of private information, but the harassment actually left Vanessa emotionally scarred in the process.
DFSG. What does that say?
Like, I've never
oh my goodness, the bots.
PTSD or anything like that.
And let me give you the benefit of the doubt, Jisu. Maybe it was just a rumor that was going around, and you made your allegation during a heated moment, as you put it. Even then, you were made very aware that the allegations were false.
Wait, what did that tweet say? Hi Vanessa, firstly I am sorry, I could have addressed this better. It was a heated moment when I saw you in Zero's response to my tweet, despite hearing/seeing all these rumors and statements about his treatment of you. We will respect your You didn't respect her wishes in the first place.
Moment as
Leave her alone.
Even
Yeah,
then,
of course.
you were made very aware that the allegations were false 2 days before you put it in your document. So that removes any plausible deniability you would have had. The real issue I have with Jisu isn't that she ruined Zero's life or anything like that. The real issue is what I like to call donating to charity with Monopoly money. You
with Monopoly money?
Pretend to be a hero and an
virtue signaling.
Icon for an important cause when your contribution to that cause is fraudulent and self-serving. In fact, out of all the allegations against Zero in Jisu's document, only one turned out to be true, and as I said in the beginning, it was originally made by an entirely different person. In this one incident, Jisu managed to commit 2 level 3 offenses and 1 level 2 offense. And the worst part is that it doesn't even stop here.
What? A Sky House thing.
The most egregious allegations Jisu made.
Alright. Technicals made a great video on the whole Sky House thing.
Were against Sky
so just
Williams.
putting it out there.
From 2014 to 2020, Sky owned several content houses that housed several prominent figures in the Smash community. During this time, several instances of sexual abuse occurred in these houses, one of the victims being Jisu. In her document, Jisu essentially blames Sky for allowing these events to occur in his houses.
I have been talking to all my former roommates, and while I didn't live there for the full duration at that particular address, there are many cases building up against him. These cases will be brought to light under their jurisdiction, and I've agreed to wait until they're ready. Again, I can only tell my story, but when there's story after story after story, there's a case.
Before we dive into this, let me give you some context
about
kind
of
Jisu,
reasonable
who
thinking.
was 16 at the time, ended up living in one of the Sky houses. It began when Mewtwo King, who was living with Sky at the time, asked if he could invite his friend Vidjo to live there as well, since they were working on a game together.
Now, I think before you mentioned the reason you actually had your roommates was because at some point you and one of your friends from Ohio wanted to probably design a game.
We were gonna make a game together.
Vidjo, who
So let me just edit this. No, not reply. I want to edit my comment. Hold on. Poor Bob. I mean to activate that. So far we have poor Bob, poor Vanessa, and poor M2K. Sad face. Boom.
for context is the person who groomed Jisu, informed Sky that 2 people would also be coming along with him.
Wait,
Context
what?
is the person who groomed Jisu.
I did not pause.
We were gonna make a game together.
Vidjo, who for context is the person
2018 Smasher and artist Jacqueline Jisu. Is that really her name? I thought she just misspelled Chloe. Wrote a lengthy account of sexual and emotional abuses she endured while working under Vidjo at Jisu Art. While her allegations are not explicitly named Vidjo for legal reasons, of course, it was common knowledge that he was her manager while she worked under the Jisu Art brand.
Who groomed Jisu informed Sky that 2 people would also be coming along with him as well. However, he didn't mention that one of those people would be Jisu, a 16-year-old.
The first survivor is Jisu, and I'm going to call her abuser V. V's conception into my home was that he knew Mewtwo King. Mewtwo King was living with me at the time, and he was very good friends with Mewtwo King, so he just said, you know, I'm going to move in with him, because they were already planning on living together. I've known Mewtwo King for over 10 years, and I know that V was an esteemed Smash player, so of course I just said yes. V explained that he's going to be working on his game while he's living here. He said that he had 2 people that were going to come with him to work on the game. I was not told that one of those people would be Jisu, and it was never disclosed to me that she was a minor. They arrived around July 18th. I didn't have any idea that they actually moved into the house until I went to go to their room later on that night. The noise of the moving furniture they were moving in was just drowned out by the hustle and bustle of 20 people. I was streaming at the time, and it is literally impossible for me to see anyone
Facing me, computer room, other roommate setups.
come to the front door while I'm streaming. while I'm at my computer. I eventually made my way
Oh,
into their
I
room.
see.
I kind of already was acquainted with V, but then I saw Jisu. I noticed that Jisu looked extremely young, but in my mind, I genuinely thought there is no way that someone is trafficking a minor into my house all the way from Ohio, so I didn't think about it. I didn't want my first conversation with her to be, "Hi, my name is Sky. How old are you?" So instead, I introduced myself, I shook her hand.
Sleepy as fuck, bro. Guess I'm all right. See you, Coley. Thanks for stopping by.
And I left.
I'm back. I was just
back.
watching the video, so I have myself muted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So essentially, Jisu was smuggled into Sky's house without his knowledge, and Sky didn't even know she was a minor until he overheard someone asking Jisu how old she was. Now the voice of reason might say,
Hell nah, Sky should have asked about that.
Mm.
Yeah, so this whole Sky House thing, it's basically like this dude owned like this huge house. I think it was like in California, and it was basically like a house for a whole bunch of Smash Bros players.
Mm-hmm.
And this like Smash player like named Vigio, he basically brought in Jisu, and she was like 16 at the time. So he basically brought in a minor at this house, but Sky didn't know. But he also didn't ask for her age, which I guess led to this whole thing right here.
well, when he learned she was a minor, why did he let
I
her
mean,
stay in
well,
the house? And this is a very valid point.
To me, it can probably go both ways. I mean, if he asks about her age, freaking, she could just end up straight up lying to him that she's like, I don't know, like 18. Yeah. Hell, either way, they'll probably still get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think he really should have asked her how old she was.
I mean, it's a possibility she could tell the truth, saying that she was a minor, or she could just lie, saying that, oh yeah, she's like 18.
Yeah, and because if she lied, said she was 18, then I mean, then I guess a bit of the blame is like removed from Sky. So, so he's not that responsible, I guess.
But then also, but also remember, never ask a woman their age because they get sensitive on the topic.
Oh yes, of course. I forgot about that. Whoops. Who, me? No, I'm gentleman. I tip my beanie.
I'm such a gentleman. I tip the cashier at McDonald's.
True gentleman.
Mm-hmm. If you want to know what the video was talking about, that I was watching, literally, you know the what you call it, how I'm into VTubers, right?
Yeah.
So basically, there's this one VTuber from Hololive named Rushia, and basically, there's like a whole little drama going on.
Oh, dude.
Because,
hold on. And so I was actually going to cover that one after this video, because I saw that trending on Twitter, and I was like, you know what? This will also be a good little introduction to VTubers for me. So I was actually going to explore it a bit after this video.
Introduction? How hard? I would say not.
Second introduction.
No, I would say like using that for introduction. I want to say it's part of introduction. No, like I'm being like dead as though like, because like probably like the drama of being an Asian an Asian idol. Maybe that's an introduction, but if you talk about like straight like VTubing in general, I would not use that as an introduction.
Yeah, that's fair. Dude, I'm probably still gonna cover it though.
I mean, hey, you can cover it, but I wouldn't say like it's an introduction to into VTubers, just like Asian idols.
Yeah, true that. All right, let's continue this documentary.
The way Sky saw it at the time is that he was letting an ambitious artist stay and work on the game. In addition, the house was located in Los Angeles, where there were many great opportunities for Jisu as an artist, and Sky wanted to give her access to those options. So while in hindsight, letting her stay at the house was a terrible idea, and one of the things you can actually criticize Sky for, there were other legitimate reasons Sky allowed her to stay besides encouraging predatory behavior. We'll come back to this later, as this is one of the abuse stories that make up the case. But for now, let's cover the tangible lies that exist within Jisu's document, since these are the ones that constitute a level 3 offense.
On top of already allowing a 15-year-old runaway girl to live in the house filled with alcohol, drugs, and several older men, he attempted to chide me into moving back in with him in a similar living situation right after I got out of hell, but in exchange for work.
What? So basically, you get housing if you work?
I guess people got certain rules. People got certain rules on how they want to. What do you call it? Like, if you can't like make income, if you want the way to stay in the house, you can just be like the maid.
Yeah, so it's basically like rent, essentially.
Basically.
Well, okay,
she
whatever.
then provides screenshots of Sky attempting to chide her into moving back in, but conveniently leaves out the screenshots where he says it's entirely her choice if she wants to return to the house for work or to visit, etc. He even offers to pay for the plane tickets, and 2 weeks later, Jisu accepted the offer. But hey guys, this document is impartial and truthful because Jisu said so.
I didn't cross out
source, trust me, bro.
Studio and who's involved with it because it's already been debunked. But in general, any and all projects involving Sky have always been false, grandiose promises with no actual pay.
Let's see what video she has. Okay, apparently this was a video Technicals made.
Technicals. The GOAT.
About Thunder Gaming CEO Christian Bishop, which he later took down. As far as the no actual pay comment, here's a statement from YouTuber Mighty Keef. To my knowledge, me and the rest of the sponsored team have always been paid. The tournament winners, paid. Casters who aren't sponsored, paid. So who exactly is getting scammed? Shareholders maybe? Not possible. There are only 2 shareholders, and they pour the money straight into the Smash community journey with the setups, equipment, lighting, music, and streams, etc. Not Christian. Considering that Jisu has a history
she's
of
getting
lying,
called
I'm
out.
more inclined to believe Keef here.
After talking more, he started to make such crazy claims like even attempting to call CPS or things like putting his career on the line, which I do not recall, period. This was later to be debunked when I approached the roommate he mentioned, and they said that they don't remember ever doing that. Instead, what they do remember is the only real time I recall anyone ever actually pulling me aside to try and get the truth from me. They asked me to abstain from posting any screenshots with them, but please trust me on this.
Please trust me on this? We've
Please
already
trust me.
established that you're a dishonest narrator, and you're pushing a he said she said situation as
No evidence
fact
again.
that debunked Sky's claim. On top of this, Jisu isn't even being completely truthful here when she implies that the unnamed roommate was the only one to check up on her.
Right after Jisu and Jesse left the house, Jisu says to Sky,
"You really were a light in the darkness when I felt cornered and backed in, and I really love that you decided to stay by and ask me what's wrong, even when I didn't say anything. And even if you think I'm a weirdo, or if I'm not actually your friend, I think you were more of a friend to me than most have been."
That's a complete...
What's it going from down to up?
Yeah, I have no clue what's up with that.
Bro, I was reading it from bottom because...
Yeah, I was reading it like up to down, but then I noticed that was being read like down to up. Yeah, that's confusing. Wait, but this is like a complete 180 to what she said like 2020.
In crucial situations. This conversation suggests that Sky was at least checking up on her well-being and how she was doing while she was in the house. But if you read her document, you would assume that the unnamed roommate was the only one to do so.
Again, there's nothing confirming that Sky did or didn't call CPS, but one thing is for certain, that Jisu is being dishonest here.
Even more confusing is that before, whenever I brought up how he never paid me, he just ignored.
Huh?
You know what you think about?
What?
I thought,
what?
If a random person gave CPR to a random female, Do you think people gonna call that sexual harassment?
I mean, probably not, because it's like to save someone's life. That's potentially.
Yeah, but you know, people nowadays they be thinking like, "Oh, this girl passed out, and you taking advantage of her."
I mean, well, that's 2022 in a nutshell.
Well, that's been like 18 to now.
Yeah, it's been like since 2018 in a nutshell till now. Oh.
/ghosted me. This resulted me in giving up, but when I brought it up again, look at how his story has changed.
Okay, Jisu, I'll show proof. This is a PayPal transaction to Jesse Werner for $500.
Is there any other payment? Like, did you ever send payments directly to Jisu, or was it always to Jesse? How often did you send it to Jesse?
That is the only time I have ever sent money
miles
to Jesse.
per hour.
I know for an absolute fact that there was no way for me to send anything directly to Jisu because their stuff was together. Their rent was paid together, their bills were paid together, their food was paid together. It wasn't separate.
When I stopped responding on Facebook, he turned to Twitter. I have no idea what he's been trying to do, but I just gave him one last chance to do the right thing. Again, I always planned on coming forward with my account, but as far as everyone else and their stories, that's not my place. If you're still in SoCal, I actually want to sit down and talk about this.
Wow, Jisu is actually giving Sky a chance to do the right thing and own up to any mistakes he may have made. I wonder how that's gonna go.
SoCal? I think that's like South California.
Yeah, or she spelled social. She misspelled it.
No, because there's SoCal and NorCal. Yeah, I have no clue why they shortened it like that. I guess to make it easier. I don't know. It's just like
SoCal, more like NoCal.
Or like no hose. Oh. Oh.
Go.
4 days.
Sky is an unhinged serial killer because he reached out to me after I made statements regarding his house. By the way, when she said she gave him one last chance to do the right thing, she basically blackmailed him into supporting her lying about Vanessa.
After collecting myself, I realized what was actually going on. After allegations of D1, K-Taro, and Anti surfaced, he knew he was next. He knew my story and everything related to it is his nail in the coffin, so he tried everything in his power to make me believe that he's on my side, despite never having told me any of these things years ago. What's more hurtful is that, part of me wants to believe in him, because again, I truly never get to know him that well, but something for certain is that actions speak louder than words, and he never backs his actions.
This is just not true.
My goodness. What a snake!
This document was released,
Slithery
Sky
snake.
offered to call out Jisu's abuser, and Jisu declined the offer. Even going back to when they lived at the house, Sky attempted to investigate what he was doing, bringing a 16-year-old to the house.
There was one time when I came to visit, Jisu's
why you can't trust women.
soft glow, and it was like on V's face, and V's playing a game, and I go over, but she's asleep.
Sometimes.
She's asleep in the bunk. But then I realized that all of the bunks are taken, and the only place for V to sleep is in that bunk because she's pushed up all the way at the end of it. That to me was an invitation to take my investigation and my concern further. And I point blank asked him, "Are you sexually active with Jisu?" He says, "LOL, no." After this question, V completely changed his attitude towards me, as did Jisu. They started closing and locking their doors, putting up blanket barriers over their room. It got a lot harder to like access them. You know, you couldn't just walk in anymore. You would kind of have to be like, hey, like, and then you'd pretty much get gate kept right there. Where like, oh no, I'm busy or I can't talk right now. Jisu went from politely saying that she just had to focus on this to telling me to like, you know, mind my own business or stop trying to.
So you mean tell me that this dude was like pounding her while they were in the house?
To get me to not work on the game.
Damn.
Like she doesn't want to work on her own brand, stop talking about it. She only wants to work on V's game, just stuff like that. She alleged that I was evil and I was just trying to get her away from working on V's game even though it was her dream. She later expressed that the only reason why she said anything like that was because V convinced her that I was evil and I was trying to ruin their game.
When we lived there, he immediately, for the bad, he's like, hey, I don't like these people, don't get close to them. You know me? Only knowing him, I was like, I just trusted him.
What threw me off my trail was that 6 people were living in that room. And I would think that if they were engaging in sexual activity. One of them would come forward, but no one allegedly heard anything. I wasn't satisfied with that, but it was hard to beat because they were in the room all the time. How could you not know? Guess I'm wrong. Months later, we got mild confirmation that sexual activity happened when a roommate that was sleeping in the bunk above them felt shaky.
Wait, sex is such a great alarm. If you ever need to wake up, count on morning sex sound and see sound of condom wrappers slowly opening. The sweet. I think either that.
Oh my God.
I think he meant to say either he's. I mean, I can understand for the sweet being replaced for the C, but I'm talking about the sweet. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind, it was a type.
So basically, he made typos.
Okay. No, okay. I was confused. Like, wait, why you put the sweet? Like, I don't see ants. I mean, he don't really need to put the in it. I mean, he could just left that sweet and sweet sound of condom wrappers slowly opening.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, third guy was like, "Huh, I'm awake now. Oh, they're pounding."
While he hearing. No, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want freaking YouTube thinking of some.
And you just see like a tag appear. It's just this like hentai NTR.
No, it's actually what's it? It's my it has the tags mind break ahigal. I'm trying to think because it's not rape because you're doing it consensually.
It just says mind break vanilla.
It's not vanilla. If it was vanilla, that'd be wholesome. But it's not.
Exactly, just both at the same time. It's mind break, but then somehow vanilla. It's like ironic or well, what's the other word? Oxymoron, something like that.
Ironic. I'll just say ironic.
Yeah, let's just say ironic.
And also heard the opening of a condom wrapper. That is what he alleges.
When they were done, what's called minors. I know that's for sure.
Out of bed, he gets a few of us into my room, and then he directly just tells us what he found. Even though he only grabbed probably like a handful of us, the entire house knew what we had found within hours. When I confronted V privately, at first it was like a mild denial, but then it was like followed up with the age of consent is 16 in Ohio. I didn't want to call the police only because of my.
See you next time.
The age of that was his defense. The age of consent in Ohio is 16. They're in California. What?
I guess each state does have their own rules when it comes to age of consent.
Yeah.
I mean, in Massachusetts, you can be like what? You can be a minor, but as long as you're have adult supervision, you're fine to drink.
Oh well, yeah, I can understand that one, but But I mean, as far as age of consent, I think the federal one, like if both people are from different states, then I think it's 18 or something. Don't quote me on this, but I just know federal law, age of consent is 18.
No, all right, we need a lawyer in here.
Yes, we need a lawyer to help us clear this up.
All right, well, I know the best lawyer.
Who?
Let me see if they respond when I tag them. Hey, did you saw the memes?
Wait, what?
Did you saw the dank memes? Like the dank memes channel?
Yeah, I still got it. Yeah, it's still there in the Discord.
Okay, I didn't know because I know if you respond to it or not.
No, I never removed the dank memes. It's.
But you get it though. You should hang out inside Sayuri.
Oh,
you know how.
Goodness. She just brings a rope and she's like, "Don't worry, it's perfect for two people." Oh, all right. Continue.
my own personal experiences with sexual abuse and calling the police.
So when Jisu rejects all of Sky's help, both while living at the house and afterwards, what was he supposed to do to be on your side? It's even worse when you consider that there were other people in the house who knew what was going on and did next to nothing compared to Sky. Not only did Jisu not call these people out, but literally collaborated with them to write statements that would come out against Sky. One of the people being an alleged abuser of Jisu.
Wake up.
Stevie Nelly.
Hey, who's Stevie Nelly? I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, so it's one of the people that and that they live with in this big sky house. Well, it's just a regular house, but it's called the Sky House. Oh, so Stevie Nelly is someone who worked together with Jisu to expose Sky. But Stevie Nelly is also same person who is also touching Jisu. At least one of the people that was touching Jisu. What?
Don't get me wrong, everyone who lived at the house, especially Sky, should be held somewhat accountable for what took place. But that's the thing, attack the problem head on. Don't shift all of the blame onto Sky. I get that he owned the house, so he would normally share the most responsibility out of everyone, but he was the only one who did anything to help Jisu. So Jisu, when you say he tried everything in his power to make me believe he's on my side despite never having told me any of these things years ago, and I gave him one last chance to do the right thing, you sound like an idiot.
Ah, true facts.
So now let's move on to the next case of abuse that occurred in the house. Brandon Woody. Woody submitted 2 testimonies to the Redditor Smashcaps alleging that retired Melee player Mac D sexually assaulted him multiple times during their stay at the Sky House. However, this story is a bit more complicated than Jisu's because while Woody expressed that his roommates weren't taking his assault seriously, the housemates, including Sky, believe that there was more reciprocation than what Woody was claiming. I want to make it clear that just because there's reciprocation, it is still possible to cross certain boundaries that make the behavior unacceptable.
I did have a strong opinion about this, but my stance...
All right, so you're telling me if I was a Smash Bros player and if I insulted you in real life, I can get my account banned?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll say it again for those in the back that didn't hear. Hashtag ban Jisu. Hey man.
And yet, also, if I was, if me, you, Fridge, Matt, Jacob, I don't know, everybody lived in one house, and yet if someone is sexually assaulted a minor, we all get in trouble, even though it's that one person's fault. But yeah, also the house owner gets gets most of the blame.
Yeah, pretty much. Apparently.
Yeah, man, then you're gonna go to jail.
Oh hell no! Hell no!
Yeah, that'd be tough on Fridge because of whatchamacallit. He is I don't know. He'll probably he probably end up. I mean, he probably would end up getting a girl. I don't know. I mean, let Fridge be Fridge.
Let Fridge be Fridge.
I mean, if he dates a guy, then he's clear because he literally has a boyfriend. But if he dates a girl, then that's a different story. If I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm just saying if something did happen.
If.
Laws are weird.
Why did pause on this face
has
play?
completely changed. In my Twit longer, you will see me chastising Woody because he shares texts with me about how he wants to now watch House of Cards and cuddle with McCain because he feels that he understands him better. I was very, very upset with that because I feel like you're putting yourselves in these situations and I don't know why. You talk about how disgusted you are, but then you do it. Obviously, now that I'm much older, I look at it a lot differently. Trauma and abuse comes in many forms, and me trying to use a universal compass to navigate the waters of trauma and abuse is unacceptable and not okay at all.
No question about it. What Sky said was 100% unacceptable and textbook victim blaming. But here's where things get interesting. Why did someone flush the toilet when I said that?
The third incident actually happened inside McCain's bed. I did not see the conception of this at all, but a roommate did, and they gave me a testimony on it, and I'm gonna obviously show it to you.
Wait, so someone actually witnessed one of the acts of abuse? You guys already know where this is going.
All I remember is that Brandon was being super irrational about this whole ordeal. Like he never told McCain to ever stop. And it seemed like he liked it at times. Didn't they sneak off into the middle room, allegedly doing things?
Yup. But in his post,
like Brandon is just a confused kid making some cry for attention.
So tell me, Jisu, was it
So Jisu was the one that was pretty much victim blaming or whatever it is, like saying nah, this dude is only calling for attention.
And wait, basically what it sounds like, almost everybody in the house was going against Sky.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he is responsible for a lot of it, but they're trying to push it all on him now. Well, they were back in 2020 when all of this surfaced.
Even though about some of them are clapping her cheeks, he's on here minding his own damn business. Well, and yeah, he's the one that's getting the blame.
Yeah, pretty much. Even though all some of them were clapping her cheeks. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Was it a consensual act where Woody liked it at times? Or was it another story of abuse that you could use to weaponize against Sky? Which is it, Jisu? It can't be both now. In fact, Woody would tell Sky that his initial response was more truthful, more accurate with dates, and admitted fault for getting Sky involved with the situation. So when Jisu made the group chat to attack Sky and included Woody in it, it sounds more like Jisu was being opportunistic. The final case is Keitaro. Keitaro admitted to statutory rape during a party at the Sky house. Sky claims that during this party...
Wait, back that up. Smash Ultimate Commentator. How you say his name? Keitaro?
Keitaro.
Admits to having sex with an underage player.
Age 30?
Damn.
Oh, hell nah. Hell nah.
Statutory rape during a party at the
I didn't know he was that old.
Claims that during this party,
I really
was in
didn't.
his room playing League and would occasionally walk around to see what was going on, but for the most part, he wasn't very attentive to what was going on until False brought it to his attention in 2019. A big allegation pushed against Sky was that he would threaten to break private property of each of the house members if they didn't pay him $350 each. However, this is missing important context. Sky did this as a way to enforce a rule regarding unannounced guests coming to the house.
The guest rule was created for a multitude of reasons. The most important one was that I was responsible for anyone that came in. Anyone and everyone. If anything happens to anyone and I don't know, I'm just completely
Now, is this a very good excuse?
True.
Not really. But how are you going to acknowledge that he did this and also make the allegation that Sky condones sex trafficking? It just doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. It just falls apart. The story just falls apart.
Did Sky do some indefensible things? Yes.
Yeah.
Does he condone the trafficking of minors and sexual abuse? No.
No.
In fact, I'd go as far as saying that Sky has done nothing to warrant the punishment he has received.
So, how
yeah,
have
exactly.
you been lately, Sky?
Huh? Wait, what did happen to him?
I think he got banned for a really long time. So, yeah.
Well, I thought he got in trouble IRL with the law and stuff.
Nah, although he does owe a lot of money. I think like several $1,000s or something. Um, yeah, but people wouldn't even let him like stream on Twitch or anything like that, so he couldn't make any money. And like even at his work, like people would like while he was at like a job interview, people would search him up, and and then he wouldn't get the job. So yeah, I guess he kind of did struggle a lot IRL. Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Remember, kids. Oh, never trust females, and also when you're at 18 and above, make sure you ask for the girl's age. If she lies to her about her age, then don't date them.
Okay. Wait, and so how would you know if she's lying though?
Hey, I gotta say like, give me the proof, like give me your ID and stuff. If she refused to give her her ID, or she said she left it at home, she must either one, she's telling the truth and she did left it at home, or she could just be lying.
All right, yeah.
I mean, would you rather take the chance of her being a minor, yet next thing you know you end up classified as a pedophile?
I'll answer no to that one. Nah, yeah, it's better to be safe. Better to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so don't trust female.
And for the females, don't trust the males either, because I mean, remember, it goes both ways.
It goes both ways, exactly. Equality, let's go.
No, but I'm just mostly talking about like
been
males
posting to YouTube, but I have seen you.
Well, you already know what the suicide rate is, right? It's like almost 4 times. Males are like almost like 4 times than females.
Yeah. Whew.
Times. I have not been doing well. I've just kind of been existing, but I wouldn't even call it that. Like, I know that sounds like really dramatic, but it actually is that bad, if that makes sense.
What do you mean by that? Like not existing?
Every single part of my life is just is gone, and I can't resume a normal life because all the background checks I've tried, I've just failed them. When you put your name Sky Williams and you have such a huge gap of like work history, you want to explain, oh, I was an influencer, and then they're going to look you up, and then that's when you don't get the call back. I was fired from 3 therapists that like looked up what was going on and then was
that was insane.
I don't think that I can help you, or I don't think we'd be a good fit. And it's like, I didn't know that you can get fired from a therapist.
I didn't either.
I would talk about the fact that I believe
you can get fired from a therapist?
Apparently. This is like, nah, you're too mentally unstable. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to let you go. Dude, it's just like, I'm paying for you to give me therapy or to listen to my problems. Just imagine you go up into the therapist's office, you're like, so you see, my problem here is that I've been watching some hentai recently, and then the therapist is like, nah, out of here. Just, there's the door, walk out, right now. Get out.
What if I feel like you're taking shots at me?
I'm just saying, imagine. I'm taking shots at therapists. I'm just kidding. I don't hate therapists. Oh, that was bright.
Since everyone else believes it, and even I've said it, even though Dr. K disavowed it, everyone believes that I'm this psychopath, that I'm a sociopath, that I'm this huge mass manipulator. And so if that's true, and I'm tricking myself, then maybe a therapist would be able to tell me. So then when they ask why they think I believe that, I have to go into some sort of detail about my life. And once I do, it's over.
Along with being unable to get a job, Sky accumulated around $250,000 of debt over the past few years. If those people want their money back, then it's in their best interest to let him keep his platform.
Wait, what?
If those people around $250,000.
200. Okay, so I thought
a $250,000.
I didn't know it was that much. I
Imagine thinking you can milk your viewers for money. You know, I mean, aren't technically aren't like all people who live stream or do videos technically milking their viewers?
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I mean, like, and what's he supposed to do? You know?
I mean, yes, they're technically milking their viewers, but yeah, I can understand like if they're like unintentionally, like the unintentional ones are like because they just make good content just to do it and just like for fun and stuff. And yeah, they always say don't donate to me. Make sure you think about yourself first. I mean that's like unintentionally milking your viewers because because you actually don't want them to spend money on you, but yet also at the same time feel like it's kind of somewhat of a way like as long if you want to spend money on me, at least take care of yourself first before you spend them like rest of the money on me.
Yeah.
Then you have the ones who want like milk them. So yeah, donate me money. I need this money so I can do this, so I can do that. Yeah. So give me the money. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, my eyes. I mean, the way if you're getting money, you're just basically milking people like for money, either unintentionally, like you actually signed up for it and you're just doing it for fun and you actually care about the people who watching it, or you got the ones who just say, yeah, fuck my fans, I just want the money.
Yep. Fair enough, you know. Either way, it's still gaining money, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think this guy really had anything to profit off of either, you know. It's a $250,000 debt.
Yeah, that's that's like for the house or something?
I think he got like loans from several different people. Probably. At least from what I remember. It's been a while. But yeah, he owed people money and I think he used that to like help keep the house like I guess open or something. I don't know. For him to keep the house basically. I think that's what it is. Yeah, because California does not play with their like house prices.
Yeah, I know. Literally, like a house here that's called like you can get like a big ass house over here for like 300, like for like what, like $20,000. But in California, if you want $20,000 for a house, it's like you living in a shack.
Yeah, 20,000. I want that. Now if you want a big house, it's like a couple 100,000, I think. So
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying like that just I didn't know how to make a good example. I just said that.
Oh yeah, I mean I think it's a good comparison. I think so. Hello.
Yeah. So basically, like in New York or in California, like their house prices don't play.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, no, Nevada. Actually, no, never mind. Only Los Angeles. Only Las Vegas is mostly like apartments, not like actual houses.
Am I welcome here?
Hello. Yeah, sure. So we're
Hello.
just watching some we're reacting to some drama right here.
All right.
Yeah, someone's getting exposed out of here.
And yeah, they don't condone it, but freaking basically his quote unquote friends betrayed him.
Yeah, so his friends betrayed him all because of this one chick that kept like making up stuff or contradicting herself. So she kept like spreading rumors and stuff like that.
So he basically lost everything.
Yeah.
It sounds like he had nothing but a phone to really just go off of.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and the funny thing is that everyone believed her, even like with like wrong evidence. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, this whole thing.
Yeah, next week But yeah, she over here sleeping with like almost everybody in that house. It was like, wait, how many people? How many people were in that house?
I don't know. It was like over. Well, in the house, it was probably like around 20 people or something.
So she was probably sleeping with like what? Like probably like percent of them.
I think she was with like 3 other people or something. No, probably 2 other people in the room, and they only had like 1 bunk bed or something. No, wait. No, wait. No, wait. I'm retarded. So it was like 1 room, and there's like 6 people to a room. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as far as I can remember. And they only had 2 bunk beds in each room. So
I mean, that's a triple bunk bed. I've never seen a triple bunk bed.
no, it's not a triple bunk bed. The sad part is that 2 people had to share one of the bunks on each bed.
So it must be that the bottom bunk had to be shared because because there's no way in hell 2 people can fit on the top bunk.
All right, it's like closer to the ceiling and everything.
Yeah, so basically, if you want a bed to yourself, the top bunk is the best one.
Oh, and parkour left. He's like, oh hell no. I am prepared for this. I'm gonna just dip.
Welcome to reality.
Welcome to reality.
Once you hit 18, I have my parents thinking because I'm on the game all the time. I don't know what's going on. Which I do. I do know what's going on. I just may not. I just don't want to acknowledge it as much because I mean.
Yeah.
Over the past few years, if those people want their money back, then it's in their best interest to let him keep his platform so he can actually make the money to pay them back. And this is also the opinion of Spencer Samuelson, who Sky owes the most amount of money to.
Well, when I made the statement, I didn't think that it would be nearly as big as it got to be. And I think my statement in combination with others just like slowly like destroyed Sky's career. And I wish
that's like something out of like an anime or manga. Okay. Oh yeah, I own the mafia so much money. Look at that. I ran away and left all my debt to my son.
I think that would make a pretty good anime.
Well, there's like 5 million fucking mangas about it.
Yeah, pretty. I'm pretty sure we can find a couple.
And visual novels.
Let's look at the facts more instead of calling him like Jeffrey Epstein and other things that just, in my experience with Sky, are not true. Yeah, I guess like the only thing I really regret is just how many people saw that.
We don't need another entertainer hurting themselves. Anyone listening, please be patient. It's okay to be angry, and Lord knows we all need to recover from that stream, but just know he's already being made very aware of his mistakes.
Which his mistakes are even like most, even though his mistakes are actually not his mistakes, but just lies. But just one mistake is that he let an underage girl in. That's the only mistake he technically made. But the others are just completely fake.
Yeah, I think like 2 of them were true, but I mean like all of the responsibility isn't even on him. I mean, in fact, more of this is to blame on like 2 other people. But, you know,
freaking the V dude and whoever.
Yeah, because it was that V dude who brought her in the first place.
And clapping her cheeks.
Yeah, clapping her cheeks on the top bunk. From what I could
probably tell. Probably the bottom bunk.
No, and so it said there because the roommate that they had slept on the bottom bunk, and he mentioned how he heard like cheeks being clapped on the top bunk.
Condom package slowly ripping.
Dude, it sounds like a fan fiction.
Look at fan fiction. Yes. What a wonderful morning. The birds are singing, the sun is shining, the girl on my top bunk getting fucked right now. Yep, that's a totally normal moment.
Totally normal, you know.
How much you bet he jacked off to it?
I am not saying anything with this one. Hopefully he didn't. I'm just putting that out there. Hopefully he didn't.
Hopefully he didn't, but you don't. But you would never. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. You never. You never know.
Block me. She had every hope for Sky hurting himself and was angry at any attempt to stop it. Her intentions were malicious from the start, and I'm glad Technicals has brought everything to light. Danny, I thought you were a good person with the right intentions. If you think anything he said was acceptable in any way and that he is redeemable, you're as bad as him. Don't talk to me ever again.
Wow, what an asshole.
Excuse me? Because I don't want him to fucking kill himself, I'm a bad person now?
Consequences.
On November 30th, 2021, Jisu confirmed that she was being sued by Zero for defamation. This lawsuit is the only form of punishment Jisu has received for her lies, and it's honestly the proper one. Despite the community's best attempts to ignore what's going on, the truth will be revealed eventually through the legal system. Zero's lawsuit contains 4 statements that he claims are defamatory. The first 2 are the Vanessa was 15 and Zero abused her lies that we covered earlier. Statement 3 is when Jisu claimed that he attempted to fly out a minor to meet up for sexual gratification. The alleged victim, Laura, claimed to have accidentally deleted her evidence when she reset her PC. However, then she says this.
The Skype messages still exist.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what? So you're saying that you couldn't get the Skype messages because you reset your PC, but then you say that the Skype messages exist.
No, wait. No, I guess either she's talking about herself or she's talking about Jisu saying, "Oh yeah, she don't have the Skype message anymore because she whatchamacallit, she had restarted it." But goddamn knows, fucking messages don't get deleted unless you delete them.
Claimed to have accidentally deleted.
Let's see. Oh my god! I just read the first sentence after the bottom blue text.
Oh, yeah, and so this is the one that Zero. Okay, so Zero, top player. Yeah, you know, and this is the only allegation that's been pretty much valid in this whole thing, because she pretty much claimed that it happened, and then Zero admitted to it in another like twit longer or something like that. And the only thing that will make this like completely 100% solid would be evidence of it, because the thing is now that Zero is actually backwalking on his or backtracking on his freaking on his admission, basically. So it's pretty confusing. Oh yeah, and there's another allegation that he admitted to, but that allegation was proven fake. So now it's being questioned whether this one is even real, but so far it seems to have been real.
This is why, if you're ever gonna live in a group house, if you're in a relationship, don't live in that house, or stuff like this will probably happen.
Well, and the thing is that this was online. So this was online. So apparently he sent messages like asking her to do this with ice cubes. However, neither side has brought up any screenshots of it. She claims she reset her PC. So the Skype logs are gone.
Deleted her evidence when she reset her PC. However, then she says this.
The Skype messages.
Yeah, and this is the same person that came forth with the allegations. And now she says that the Skype messages still exist.
Damn, she said that at 11 p.m. flat.
Today? No way. No, I'm just kidding.
Still exist.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that. I didn't exactly believe your original excuse.
But that's not the point, and he thought I was older, he did nothing
Logs
wrong.
don't get deleted by Skype. You delete them. I mean, I guess they do, but not by resetting your PC. Freaking the logs are still there.
Yeah, hold up. I'm pretty sure Skype does not delete. Okay, and I'm hold on. Yeah. Okay, I'm checking my Skype right now.
And because I know some whatchamacallit, some social media apps would delete logs after like a certain amount of time.
Okay,
Not like.
So I'm currently scrolling down. I'm currently scrolling down my Skype, and so far I'm down to 2014. Let me click on one of these groups. Okay, so I'm guessing they do get deleted.
Huh?
I think they get deleted. I'm not sure though.
Well, probably at like I said, probably at like some point they probably will get deleted, but
Yeah, probably at some point.
but most of the time they don't delete. But especially if you're resetting your computer.
Yeah.
Let's continue this so we can talk about the Rushia video.
Yeah.
I wouldn't share those messages with anyone though, at least not things that make him look bad. I'd never want to damage Zero's reputation.
Nipples. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, what? I'd never want to damage Zero's reputation. What?
He didn't know I was a minor. That's why you got to ask a girl about her age. If she says that she don't wanna talk about it, then get the fuck out of her face.
The door is right there.
Unless you're willing to try and catch a motherfucking case.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't know. This is
Things that make him look bad. I'd never want to damage Zero's reputation.
Well, that was easy. The fourth statement involved Zero harassing Jisu with pornographic material on a big screen television during their shared
and this
time at
one
the
was
Sky
also
House.
a lie.
I want to preface this by saying that there is no conclusive evidence that the situation did or didn't occur. What I am saying is that considering what we do have, there is more than enough room for reasonable doubt. This is because, number one, the room housed around 5 people, yet none of them can
like one of your most curious years.
Yeah, that's true. Can confirm
or deny the situation occurring, and number two, the content Jisu claims was shown is extremely hard to find on a site that Zero claims to not use very often. The only person who can corroborate Jisu's
Regulars banned what? Regulars banned pornographic material. Okay.
Yeah, and so like escorts and stuff like that. Because I think that became like a huge problem or something back then.
On a site that Zero claims to not use very often.
Yeah.
But a lot of countries still, well, of course they don't enforce. Of course they don't enforce it, but you know, a lot of countries still have sex trafficking. Hell, you got people in America, they still kidnap girls and boys and sell them to like overseas, and they become sex slaves.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It is truly terrible.
The only person who could corroborate Jisu's story is Sky Williams, who, if you remember, was virtually hounded by Jisu to support her. He also gave testimony that contradicts what Vanessa said regarding Zero physically abusing her, so everything that Zero is suing Jisu for is legitimate. Either her claims were disputed by the alleged victim's own testimony, or are highly unlikely considering the circumstances. This is what we need to establish before we dive into this next part. On November
Yeah,
30th,
that's correct.
2021, Jisu announced that she would be starting a GoFundMe to help fund her legal fees, asking for
Of course.
$150,000, which if you're gonna ask for that much money, you might as well start a Kickstarter. However,
Christ,
after it was
don't he
revealed
look
that Jisu
exactly
had
like you, bro? He
$74,000
looks like
in
a
her
fatter version of
Oh, jeez.
might as well start a
Wait.
Kickstarter.
Thank you, Tyrell Cox, for the $20 donation. What a name.
However, after
no one put the name of Mike Litteris as the name.
Oh, dude.
it was revealed that Jisu had $74,000 in her public crypto wallet, she lowered the goal to $120,000 and changed the title from this to this. And you can make of that as you will. Now let's read what this GoFundMe is all about.
While many top figures fell from grace, the biggest was the undisputed best Smash 4 player at the time and by far the largest content creator and competitor within the scene. He was found sexting multiple underage girls and attempting to solicit child porn from them, which he has since admitted to.
This is a factually incorrect statement.
Yeah, it's
only one
false.
of the allegations against Zero had any validity to
Yeah,
it.
because
Now,
this was a
obviously
one-time
sexting
thing.
One minor is still one too many, but my point is that
Yeah,
anyone who
the one
makes
too
the
many.
claim that
Yeah,
Zero
definitely.
sexted multiple minors
I agree
is
with that.
either intentionally lying or hasn't properly informed themselves on what's going on. Then she follows it up with this.
No matter if I'm right, the internet is not a court of law. Continuing to respond publicly with evidence would do nothing but fan the flames.
Yeah,
We're at the point
the
now
internet
where
may not be
legal
the court of
professionals-
law, but yeah, you got people of court of law on the internet.
Yeah. The internet is not a court of law, but the court of law is the court of law. Like,
and the court of law is the internet.
exactly. Like, now you got the internet. Well, no, not the internet. No, now you're being sued, basically. So now the legal system is stepping in.
are now involved and it's up to them to handle it.
Hey, Jisu, excuse me? Yeah, when you say continuing, what evidence are you talking about? You have provided no evidence whatsoever through your entire crusade, only your personal DM conversations with the accusers and other people. The only real evidence was provided by a third party, and you copy and pasted it into your document. You have not been publicly responding with evidence, only accusations and lies.
My role in this was publishing his victims' stories. I spent a lot of time talking to them individually and compiling all their evidence, which you can see for yourself here. As you can see, it is
Warning, it's
completely wrong
long.
and almost evil for him to assert such lies when the truth is staring right in his face.
Yeah, I can see why you'd remove this section of the description. Jisu, there is literally evidence proving that you lied and manipulated during the Me Too movement, and you yourself acknowledge this.
I mean, Amber Heard did the same damn. I said Amber Heard did the same damn thing to Johnny Depp about with Johnny Depp, saying how he physically abused her when it was the opposite way around.
Yeah. Screw you, Amber Heard.
You ruined the Pirates of the Caribbean series for me.
Yeah. Now we don't get a Jack Sparrow. Long live Captain Jack Sparrow.
I could have addressed this better. It was a heated moment when I saw you in Zero's response to my tweet despite hearing/seeing all these rumors and statements about his treatment of you. We will respect your wishes.
Hey, respect your wishes.
She then goes on
Get
to
out of here.
explain why she needs the money and how she'll spend it. Normally I wouldn't care, because she's entitled to hiring her own defense, but the fact that she's being so openly dishonest and manipulative with zero self-awareness is genuinely frightening to me. If she had just simply said like, oh, I'm being sued, if you guys want to help me out, that would be nice, that would have been one thing, but that's not what she's doing. She frames her fundraiser as a stance against abusers, and mentions several stories about huge companies with tons of money being able to use it to silence their victims, then tries to compare it to her situation when it's not really a one-to-one comparison considering that the victims' voices weren't silenced. I want to make this crystal clear. By donating to this fundraiser, you are, in my opinion, based on everything I've showed up until this point, supporting a pathological liar in her attempt to protect herself. She is using you, the average community member, to soften the punishment she will rightfully receive for her behavior. And the worst part is, she barely even needs your money. She can get it through other means. One of which is with NFTs. She does, after all.
Okay, well, I'm not really well versed in the NFT thing because I keep
Neither am I.
Yeah. Yeah, because I keep hearing the same thing, like bad for the environment and stuff like that, but I'll be honest, I have no clue. I have no clue when it comes to NFTs, so.
I mean, all it is, you just buying pictures and just reselling the pictures.
Yeah, so, I still don't get it, the whole hurting the environment thing. I mean, maybe there's something that I'm missing, or, I just haven't done my research, which, yeah, that's definitely it. I haven't done my research on it. So with NFTs, I have no opinion on it. I'm just here. But funny monkey NFT.
Have around $74,000 in her public crypto wallet. As a professional artist, she can easily start pumping out NFTs and rake in the big bucks. Then, instead of deceiving people into giving her money, she'll just be causing mass environmental damage. But don't worry guys, apparently it's not that bad. Here's Jisu's article that debunks the myths surrounding NFTs and that's a lot of text. How do you write about NFTs for this long? I'm a climate activist that is okay with environmental.
What? So if NFTs are genuinely bad for the environment, then I mean she's kind of contradicting herself, being a believer in climate change.
Mental damage.
Yeah, no, I'm just waiting for Dogecoin to go back up.
Please, please Dogecoin.
We'll see. There's part 2? Now instead of diving into these articles and learning why they're garbage, let's first hear a word from today's sponsor. Have you ever wanted to design your own custom and fancy website?
Damn, I'm playing. That's why I like
too bad. Jisu's merch store is so horrendous, I almost left this section out of the video, but not only does it kinda tie into what I was saying before, I also realized that it was way too fun.
I kind of thought this was dead ass a sponsor. I nearly skipped.
For me to not make fun of. So if you go down to her mission statement, she says that Jisu.gg is a platform for social and artistic experimentation. We believe in free trade, sustainable production, while maintaining a polished high-end feel. Jisu.gg is dedicated to maintaining independence. We will remain free of corporate funding. Money is not the end goal, expression is. So with that as the goal, along with Jisu being a professional artist, you'd think that her merch would have really cool designs on them, and be very affordable for most smashers, right?
Don't tell me they're bad.
Right? These are literally just plain clothes.
O2 on it.
It says O-2 on it. Is that it? Is that really it?
Say O2 on them. Oh yeah, let me get the O2 girl.
I thought you actually had like good designs, but just O2. Dang, she took 2. Dang, so she took 2 L's.
Bro. She got caught lacking in the merch game. Oh my goodness.
Grinder. I've been trying to grind Fox and maybe this will help. Yo! Is that Ludwig a Gren? They have all my favorite Melee personalities like Fiction. You can get hats, you can get shorts, you can get slides, you can get shirts, tees, sweaters. They say I'm not drippy, cause I'm slippy. Yo! KJH looking fly in that windbreaker, dog.
Hey, yo! I will burn this entire community to the fucking ground.
On sale for only $1,500.
Let's go. So she also has something for arsonists.
Wait. I mean, good that it's for charity, but a controller for 1.6K?
Yeah, no. I can just go to GameStop and just get a controller that's like literally like 25%. Wait, no, 25% is not it.
It's like $30 or something, I think, for a GameCube controller.
Like a 30 or 50. Oh,
Yeah.
most controls go by like 30 to like 70 some dollars.
Yeah. I mean, the most
depends on the console.
Yeah. And the most I paid for was like where like my control was like a controller that has like the Smash logo on it, and it costs like $70. Yeah, it was pretty expensive, not gonna lie.
Yeah, because if I look it up right now, like how much is like a PS5 controller? They probably go like for like $70 to $80. Let me go do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is like a GameCube controller we're talking about. Like these things are ancient.
What a deal! This has to be a joke, right? I was putting
Wait, what? What did I say?
$1,500? What a...
Alright, so yeah. I'm looking at the controllers for the PS5. Someone made like a custom one. And that's selling for $109. Another one from Amazon looks like a whole collection, which is going for $90.
Huh.
But then you have a blue one that's going for $95.
Damn. Yeah.
And then you have one on eBay that's going for $115.
Damn. Yeah, I think they're becoming more and more rare. Wait. So the controller costs $550, but people are just paying an extra $1,000 for charity. Well, wait. They didn't specify what charity though. Uh-oh.
What a deal! This has to be a joke.
You already know what the charity is.
Yeah. Life savings, baby.
What are you talking? Wait, no. I thought she was giving it to kids in Africa who are going hungry.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, if the controller sold that, then obviously, right? Right?
Yeah, it's all not like she's using it for her personal gain to try to blackmail every single person and try to keep them shut up. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I was putting O2 or 16 Galent 9MS on a plain t-shirt creative expression. Like, I've never seen drip go back in the faucet. And that's just...
Well, tell that to Supreme. Sorry for your Supreme sponsorship, Anthony. But Supreme has literally done the same thing. All it is like a red border with the white text saying Supreme on a white t-shirt.
Yeah, pretty much. I've never seen drip go back in the faucet. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I think so.
Two is that I can easily find similar items for cheaper prices.
It looks like the water has stopped, but it's actually still going. But it just looks like it.
Yeah.
Merch is entirely at her discretion, but what exactly warrants a higher price point? It's
Yeah,
not
through
like
a
you're
beat.
putting any creative designs on your clothing, which is ironic because making cool
Yeah, keep on
designs
that
is
beat.
literally your bread and butter. So when
Not
you
beat.
brand your merch
It
as
is
a polished
beaters
high-end
are
feature,
red.
It's a
Like a
turnip.
reddish. Yeah, turnip. How do I forget about a turnip? Then again, I heard literally turnips are like the least like common vegetables I've seen.
Yeah, pretty much.
with creative expression and
I
vision
never
as
heard
the end
anyone.
goal,
Oh yeah,
especially considering that
I want you to eat some turnips.
Yeah, true. Nah, I've actually never tried a turnip, I don't think.
Poor Bob, Vanessa, and
Yeah, I'm just putting poor anyone who comes of it. Wait. And poor Westfalls. Wait, what happened to... Oh, okay, I guess we haven't gotten to
you're a
that part
pro
yet.
artist, I expect more than 3 characters of text. This one, I couldn't even see
Yeah,
the
anymore,
O2 until I...
Ah, shit. What we got about
I
like
expect
20
more than
some
3
minutes?
characters
But
of text. This one, I couldn't even...
like 30 or 40 some more minutes left.
No, he's right. You can't even see the 02 on that pink hoodie.
Nor on that hat. On the pink hat. Bro, that's basically just a scam.
Oh, this is the most retarded merch, dude.
Bro, you thought that she gonna put actual drawings on T-shirts by her, but no, all it is just O2 taking double L's.
Dude, this is the supreme of the Smash community. Oh my god, you can't see it.
See the O2 until I clicked on it and oh my god, how does he stand like that? The part that really rubs me the wrong way is this.
Refunds will only be facilitated in the
Refunds will only be facilitated in the instance of damaged item sent out, order cancellation prior to shipment, item out of stock. Items cannot be returned after being shipped out. The only instance of possible return is the case of incorrect item fulfillment. We do not facilitate.
The instance of damaged items sent
Let's
out, order
go.
cancellation prior to shipment, item out of stock. Items cannot be returned after being shipped out. The only instance of possible return is in the case of incorrect item fulfillment. We do not facilitate exchanges.
Keep in mind that this is clothing we're talking about. You may end up getting the wrong size, and you just have to deal with it because Jisu needs that bread for real for real. Yo, I want to be just like Aiden Calvin, saucing gamers on the court. Let me get this pink hook. Wait, I just found out that Jisu is a terrible person, and I just gave her money that I can never get back? At least I have my overpriced pink hoodie to go along with my pink frame 1 control. It's not even plugged in. This brings us to our next section, the O2 controller. How is this sold out? Who is spending upwards of $500 for a controller? That's a whole PS5. Let's compare this controller to another one.
Do facts.
The O2 controller claims to have a snapback fix.
Ah, yeah, the box. I forgot about that.
Snoop Dogg and Dumb Magic use a sexual assault battery in the new law.
That's not what I was looking for. Is it box? Like with that it's with the 0 instead of an O. Yeah, so this is basically like an alternative to the GameCube controller.
Yeah, and I see like a lot of like some like fight what's called streamers who play fighting games use like those type of like boxes when they're fighting people.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is different from those because it doesn't have like the joystick thing. So it all depends on like all of these buttons basically. I don't know how people do it, but maybe if I get some dollar in the future, I might actually pre-order this thing.
Dollar bill, yo. I was singing the whole song, but it's probably copyrighted, so I ain't gonna do that. Oh yes, I remember the Wii clock claw grip. Fucking if you ain't careful with it, you would have thrown it right at your TV. And either three possibilities. Actually 4. Both will break. Both the TV and the claw control will break. Or the claw control will break, or the TV will break, or both of them will just be fine.
Yeah.
But it's usually the whatchamacallit, the second 2 options. Either the claw control breaks or the TV breaks.
Yeah. All right, let's continue. What?
Lubricated triggers and joystick notches, all are pretty cool things to have. But now let's compare this to the box. The box has equivalent features to the O2 controller, has even more, is way better for your hands, and only costs $230. She's claiming to value creative expression and high-end products over money, but her products are overpriced and unimaginative. I wanted to laugh at this.
Like Mortal Kombat, fucking Tekken, Street Fighter, Smash Bros, like every single fighting game with the box.
Yeah. Oh,
money when her products are overpriced and
$1,000.
I could spend $1,000 just on food. Yeah, it'll still be worth.
Bro, $1,000 is what I earn in 2.5 weeks.
Well, shit, that's actually not that bad.
It's not that bad, but at the same time, it's not good either. It's just like eh. But at the very least, it's money.
unimaginative. I want to just laugh at this, but considering that she also dishonestly represented her GoFundMe in an attempt to obtain money from people, it comes across as extremely disingenuous. Also, just a minor side note, but how are all January proceeds supposed to go to Genesis when most of the items on the store are sold out? I'm not going to call Jisu a scammer or a con woman or anything like that, but I'm really close. So if you want to add this section to the long list of crimes she's committed against the community, I don't blame you. At the end of the day, if you have donated to her fundraiser,
I never get all of it. It was her. No, okay. Let's see. Physical assault, gave Vanessa PTSD, ruined Sky's life, lied about zero, manipulated the entire community, GoFundMe and website, or borderline scams.
Yep, pretty much.
Damn.
I have a teacher. I have a question.
Yes, student. What is your question?
You are failing the class.
What are we talking about?
Oh, we are talking about bad woman who did all of this stuff that you see on screen.
I see.
Yes, we are 46 minutes into the video. You're late as fuck. What the fuck?
I see.
Dude, I see.
I see. Bro. I had classes today, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna drive home. So I went home, and now I'm home. And so I'm kind of just vibing.
Bro, you...
Oh, nice.
I did not realize you were doing streams.
Yeah, so KJ joined me for this, and we're gonna review like another short little drama after this, but then after that, gamer time.
Yes.
Sure, I'm down. I mean, it's the weekends.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
hold on,
paintball. Wait.
Oh.
Wait.
You what?
You're finishing this video, right?
Yeah, we're gonna finish this.
Alright, hold on. I'll dip out of here so you guys can finish your live stream, and then I'm going to work on programming homework, and then just like I'm not gonna finish it obviously. Just like text me or like ping me in Discord when you guys are done, and I'll game with you.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
All right, adios.
See ya. All right, I guess we got a mad paintball stream after this, or Back for Blood. All right, let's continue.
I don't blame you. At the end of the day, if you have donated to her fundraiser, purchased any of her products, or helped to promote either of these, then you have supported a liar, and I highly recommend that you, if possible, rescind your support and publicly condemn Jisu.
Get the money back, men.
Yeah, they don't get their money back.
You also told me about...
Wait.
What's the name?
Bob!
You also told me about a story where Jisu was organizing an event, and she was looking for a bouncer, and she specifically...
No, and this is not Bob. And so this is Technicals. He's another YouTuber who... he's a commentary channel who goes over dramas, but he also makes really funny videos. Yeah, I think he also covered like LTG, low tier god.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Or what's...
It's the dude behind the meme, like freaking kill yourself, with all the lightning around him and everything. Yeah.
Chose you for whatever reason.
She said there was like a studio that was being rented by a couple of college students, and she was reaching out to friends. Obviously she's of age, but her friends aren't, so she was asking around people, hey, they're willing to pay people to be a bouncer just to let people in. Knowing that this city is very strict on rules like that, I could see why both bouncers didn't agree to her terms, and this is the reason why she went out searching for other people. I said to her, this is... they can actually lose their license. She just wanted to pay somebody $200 to just be a bouncer to allow her friends to come in, people that were underage.
And they all got clapped.
I hope not. Reviewing the charges.
So let's recap all the rules that Jisu has broken. 2.3.1 Physical Assault. Jisu slapped 2 people at an EVO 2019 after party. She would later admit to doing this in the screenshots we were provided. 2.3.3 Defamation of character. Jisu has publicly lied about Zero and Sky Williams as a way to be seen as a figure for women in gaming.
Get sued.
2.3.6, openly advocating for or encouraging 2.3.5.
And which like game updates, like game patches.
Dude, there's so many patch updates to this, man. Damn.
Honestly.
Yeah, like 2.3.5 doxing? No way.
Imagine doxing. Oh wait, I got doxed multiple times.
Damn, dude. That's cringe.
Doxing. Jisu incited
That was because of a racist kid on PlayStation over here who told me. Actually, he didn't tell me directly. I had muted him, so a friend told me that why black people should say the N word. White people made the word, so they get to say it. I still remember that. And that and it was during the whole George Floyd situation too, so it really just set me off.
Good grief. Just because you made the word does not mean. I mean, I think he's forgetting one important thing, you know, and that's why the word was created. Always missing history and context.
I know he knew what he was doing, but I guess what you call it. You probably just wanted to try to prove a point or something. Yet it just really set me off the wrong way. I have blocked him completely, and just never heard from him ever since until he somehow got my phone number. I literally don't know how he actually got my phone number, and yet to the people who I get my phone number to, like the ones I'm close to, freaking they didn't give it to him.
Freaking use yellow pages. He was just like, haha, I found you.
No, and the thing is though, he also has one of my other friends' phone number as well.
How? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Either because he had hacked my email, so my main email. It's a good thing I didn't use my main email for this Discord account. I used my backup one.
Damn. That's messed up. That's messed up
Really
right
is.
there.
Really is. Yeah, now I have no longer access to that email, and so basically, if I need to reset my password on my PlayStation, I'm completely fucked unless I get in contact with Sony themselves to have my PlayStation for me to reset my PlayStation password.
Damn. Hey, Sony, my account is being held hostage. Help.
No, the thing is though, I need to contact them to have my email changed, but I just never did it.
Dang.
And actually, same with my bank, because because my bank is also linked to my personal email, and I need to have my dad take me up there so I can get it changed.
Vomrit. Thank you, bot. Thank you, bot, for joining the stream.
Yeah, so then because when I make transactions like via card, I get very nervous and skeptical because I don't know if he can see all the purchases I made yet has info on my card.
Mm-hmm.
Unless if I bought something on my school email, then that's where I felt somewhat safe, but still.
Dang. Oh, I hope that'll get sorted out though. All right, let us try to finish this. It's already been 2 hours, over 2 hours.
Against Vanessa that could have led to the release of private information such as her birth certificate.
Yeah, it's commentary.
Directed and malicious intimidation, harassment, or bullying of any participant, whether by language or conduct. Jisu has bullied or intimidated Zero and Sky for obvious reasons. Bob, when she tried to manipulate
or I get banned.
Huh?
So you telling me I can't say, Anthony, you fucking piece of shit, I hope you drown, and I get banned?
Probably, if they take it seriously. I mean, I guess to not get banned, I would just say, Ha ha ha. The XD, or just say fuck you. Just
Fuck you, Lamau.
Lamau, yeah, pretty much.
Story about being called the girlfriend and Vanessa when she incited an entire harassment campaign against her for her birth certificate. Remember that nothing I've covered so far is new information, yet the community has done nothing meaningful.
Birth certificate about?
Yeah, so Jisu made the lie that Vanessa was dating someone when she was a minor. So basically she was saying that Vanessa was like 15 and the other guy was 20, even though, with quick Google search this was not true. Because their age difference was like 1 or 2 years or something like that.
Which in reality, I guess in reality it's not that bad. If you're like 1 year, 2 years apart, if you're if you're below 18.
Yeah, if it's 1 or 2 years, it really isn't that bad.
No, but as soon as you get above 18, then it's not like it's not. I mean, it's serious. It's one of those it could be either serious or not serious at the same time. Because I mean, it's one of those. If it's off by one.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but yeah, and she lied about that and trying to pin the other guys like a pedophile or something like that. It's pretty messed up.
Even though they're around the same age.
Yeah, pretty much around the same age.
Address any of the evidence against Jisu. They love to preach accountability and making people public.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Any of the evidence against Jisu. They love to.
Yeah, this dude, freaking slimy, cringe.
Is he good or bad? Man.
Yeah, so this dude, when he was covering another video, of someone else, it was like another exposed video. Basically, he said himself that Jisu told him and other people not to pay attention to that video or something, and he was just like, okay, I won't. So he just blindly follows what Jisu says, and the cringiest thing is that this dude will cover drama, like Smash Bros drama, but then he'll say, I don't take any of this seriously, I do it for views. But then anyone who goes against him, on Twitter, he just blocks them. He blocks them or he argues with them.
That's a big Jisu simp.
Yeah, he's one of the biggest Jisu simps, if not the biggest.
Really, I think the guy who caught the cheats the biggest.
Pretty much.
Jesus Christ, I would never get over. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's 100% true, or he's just over exaggerating.
I highly doubt that he was exaggerating. I mean, even Jisu said that actually happened. That this dude clapped her cheeks. Well, not this dude on the screen, but I mean the other dude, the video dude.
I'll just say him B because I that's all I just know is B.
Yeah.
Ability and making people publicly address.
Oh yeah, and this is laughing. He also lied about the allegations against Zero.
Oh, so he was team Jisu?
Yep. Yeah, he was team Jisu all the way.
Yeah, I mentioned he got kicked out as soon as whatchamacallit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this whole thing is just
gets a pass for some reason.
Ban Jisu. Ban Jisu. Ban Jisu. The dance of deceit.
Let's go dance lesson. Good, cause I need to work on my figure.
Yeah, I need to work on my form here.
Hey, look, it's Mad.
It's Mad in real life. It's the 4K edition.
Isam is someone who has gained a reputation as a pandering virtue signaler who is also a hypocrite. What's important here is that Isam has previously pushed several false allegations against others in the community.
I've also been accused of being a hypocrite for various reasons, one of which being the fact that I use my platform to amplify the voices of victims and trying to hold abuse.
Yeah, so for this one you'd also need to watch like a technicals video on this guy. And they're actually pretty funny. But yeah, this dude is a hypocrite, and yeah, he tries to pander a lot. He's saying like, I use my platform to advocate for victims, but basically this dude is more like a believe all victims sort of person.
Yeah, no, I don't believe. No, like I might feel bad for the victim, but I won't believe the victim.
Yeah. It's like feel bad, but wait until you hear both sides, sort of thing. Unless like overwhelming evidence on the potential victim's part.
That is a very generous way of wording things. Nobody was calling you a hypocrite for trying to be a hero. People were actually upset at you for not abiding by the doctrine of innocent until proven guilty and damaging the reputations of innocent people. The reason why people believe in this doctrine is because it is
Huh?
And not even the United States abide by that rule.
Yeah.
Hell, the whole world don't abide by the rule. Innocent until you proven guilty. No, it's more like for females it's innocent until proven guilty, while males is guilty until proven innocent. But as soon as the males still get proven innocent, we still get the charge on our record.
I mean, yeah, that's how it do be, especially on Twitter. On Twitter, it's especially guilty until proven innocent.
Objectively the correct and only way to properly evaluate crimes. The goal.
What? And you got those freaking feminines who said that women are still oppressed, and freaking the world is still ruled by men when they actually have more power than men now.
Yeah, I guess in terms of influence, yeah, I would definitely see that.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
When an accusation is made, we should take the claims as plausible, but not rush to any sort of conclusion until more facts are presented. It's important to hear out both sides, because sometimes, whether intentional or not, key information can be omitted by either party. Only after reviewing all of the evidence can we come to a proper conclusion. This is the only way to reach the truth. Now, I completely understand that you want to amplify the voices of victims to help them fight their abusers. The problem is that you aren't properly filtering these voices to make sure that false allegations don't seep through the cracks.
I am sorry both to MJG and Foe for promoting false claims against them. I do not apologize for believing victims, and I will continue to do so, but I apologize for never speaking up when things I shared turned out wrong.
Isam, if the allegations are false, then they aren't victims. How are you going to acknowledge that the allegations are false, but still refer to the accusers as victims? Like, you'd think this would be obvious, right? But according to Isam, if you make an allegation, that's all it takes to become a victim. And this gets even worse, because when you adopt this doctrine of believe all allegations instead of believe all victims, or innocent until proven guilty, you're unable to filter the truth from the lies.
However, this doesn't mean that I'm going to stop standing up for victims and sharing their stories. That is something that is very important to me, especially with the climate in gaming and how victims are treated. It is very important to me that I still share those stories. I will continue to amplify victims' voices, and I encourage others to do the same, but I will be more diligent in offering clarification to situations when it is relevant.
This is how you end up pushing several false allegations, and while
Hey guys, the animatronic at Chuck E. Cheese touched me. Boom, automatically a victim. According to Isam's logic.
yes, you've apologized for spreading false information, you've still retained the very logic that caused you to spread it in the first place. So how am I supposed to believe that you won't do this again?
1 year.
Is literally defending victims. Jisu.
1 year.
He did it.
He did it again.
Leffen is literally defending victims. Jisu is a victim of multiple people in regards to sexual violence and harassment. If you think she or Leffen should be banned,
I mean, Jisu did get her cheeks clapped on the top bunk, according to a couple of witnesses. Yeah, I mean, I guess victim, sure, yeah.
And
I
you don't
guess,
give a fuck.
V's dick was too irresistible for her that she had to get clapped almost every morning.
About victims.
All right, let's
I want
continue.
you out of here, because this is a safe space for victims.
Why do you see the world like this? You're either for or against victims, no nuance. Why can't we support victims while still questioning allegations that should be questioned? Questioning is what helps us arrive at the truth. The reason people like me want to ban Leffen and Jisu isn't because we're against victims. It's because Leffen and Jisu lied and broke community rules that others were banned for. As you already know through experience, pushing false allegations is a bad thing to do and can not only threaten to ruin the reputations of innocent people, but they also make it harder for actual victims to come forward with their stories in the future, while making you look like an idiot in the process. They do more damage than just to the accused. Oh, but I didn't know the allegations were false. I was just retweeting new information. How was I supposed to know? That's not fair. Try this one on for size. Just wait. If you don't have both sides of the story yet, then it isn't fair to come to a conclusion. That doesn't mean we don't believe victims, it just means we don't know all the details, so we won't push something that can be potentially damaging unless we know it's true.
So it's interesting.
Exactly.
I realize what I practically do is I take the allegations seriously.
It's Dr. K. Hey yo, Dr. K. It's Dr. K. It's basically like a actual doctor, but mostly for, well, I don't know that much about Dr. K. I just watched one of his videos.
Yeah, you got Bobby Scar.
Yeah, the Smash commentator. Who's Dr. K? Is an American psychiatrist. Yeah, that's it. And co-founder of the mental health coaching company Healthy Gamer. He streams interviews on Twitch where he and participants discuss mental health topics. Yeah. Yeah, so he's a pretty good dude, and he's well versed in what he knows.
But tend to not pass judgment.
Let's go free hugs.
Maybe it's not for us to pass judgment all the time, right? Like, I think every individual community member doesn't need to know all of the gory details of everybody's lives. But again, that's assuming that there is someone that will demand accountability or have some kind of judgment in the end.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let me sum up these messages with the perfect analogy. Let's say
Game
Jisu
time.
raises 4 rats, and her friend also gives her another one. So she now has 5 rats. Now let's say we put each of those rats in their own microwave. Now, the 4 rats that Jisu raised explode, but the one she got from her friend lives. Now, which is the wrong conclusion to draw from this scientific
Bro, those poor rats.
experiment? A.
Damn.
Jisu is...
Damn, freaking that 16 rats mean. Damn, she killed 5 of them.
No, she killed 4 of them. Well, one of them is still alive.
4 of them. So them 16 rats are now the 12 rats.
Oh no.
Is bad at raising rats. B. This is animal abuse. C. Jisu's friend is a genius. Or D. Jisu's rats are immune to microwaves. You would think the answer is obvious, but apparently it isn't to Esam and most of the community. And this is one of the ways Jisu can get away with lying. Because one of the
Wait, what?
I want to know what the answers. I'll say I'm tied between B and C. Or B and A.
I think it's A.
No, I'll say B because I mean, why is she putting rats in the microwave?
Wait a second.
Who said animal abuse has to be just about cats and dogs? It's basically about any animal.
To microwaves.
Yeah.
You would think the answer is obvious, but apparently it isn't to Esam and most of the community. And this is one of the ways Jisu can get away with lying, because one of the allegations against
any animal that's edible.
I can't believe I thought. Yeah, I forgot about that. Why would you put a rat in a microwave in the first place?
Zero was true. Now Jisu gets the benefit of the doubt, even though the allegations.
Yeah, and that's the sad part, you know. Just because one allegation that she never even came true. Now apparently all of Jisu's allegations are somehow true, according to the community.
Wait, if one of her things is not true, then all of her others.
No. And so 4 of these, so the first, second, fourth, and fifth one, those were untrue. Or
You said first, second, third, and fourth?
No, first, second, fourth, and fifth. So the one in the middle is the only one that's been proven. Well, proven by admission.
So basically, out of all of her claims, 1 out of 5 is true.
Yeah, and the one that was true was not even made by her. It was made by someone else.
Was it by Zero? No, not Zero. Zero got targeted.
Yeah, and so it was against Zero, but it was from this person named Katie.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's.
But well, at least so far, the community of Smash is not that terrible compared to like Genshin's.
Not that.
Hopefully.
Well, compared to Genshin, I can see that, but I mean, it's comparing a swamp to It's comparing a swamp to a marsh.
Wait, what do a marsh look like? I know what a swamp looks like, but what do a marsh look like?
Marsh.
Not the company.
Not the company. The marsh ecosystem.
I don't know. Oh.
Is a type of wetland ecosystem where water covers the ground for long periods of time. Marshes are dominated by herbaceous. Let me see some images here. Yeah, so it's pretty much almost the same as a swamp.
She pushed were provably false. This has allowed Jisu to get away with spewing lies against Zero and Sky Williams without a single community figurehead batting an eye.
Yeah, exactly. It's messed up.
Is Lost Ark service finally back up?
The Leafster.
Let's go. Leafy?
Leafy?
The guy who disappeared off of... Oh. I thought
it's Slime. No.
I
thought it was actually going to be Leafy.
The guy who disappeared off of YouTube for like years, just to come back for like a month and disappear.
Well, I mean, if you mean by disappear, you mean banned.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I thought he actually did disappear once.
I think he disappeared once, but then he came back. Then he got banned. Yeah. YouTube, I don't like you. Bring back Leafy.
A lot of drama. YouTube channels are being targeted by YouTube.
Yeah.
And said he's a dishonest person that isn't worth anyone's time. And while I still wholeheartedly believe this, the more I thought about it, I realized that he's a perfect case study for how Jisu manipulates.
Anthony, pause it. Yo, what that is that Stella Light?
Believe this.
I'm saying like that beer right next to him.
Yeah. I'm trying to like get a good focus on that. I think
Stella.
I mean, it could be something else.
I mean, it could be, but it's just that I recognize the bottle so much because my dad drinks it sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't recognize it. I don't drink beer. I do drink more powerful stuff, though.
Yeah, you drink wine.
Wine and whiskey. Good old American whiskey.
Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey.
I want to try that. I really do want to try that. I think it'll be good. All right, anyways, let's continue.
The more I thought about it, I realized that he's a perfect case study for how Jisu manipulates figures in our community in an effort to protect herself. So who is Slime? Well, he was best known for his series Slime on the Scene back in the day, which really helped him grow his presence in the Smash community. Outside of
I think he had hair, and then he shaved it.
that, he's known for being friends with Ludwig, hating people who profit off of drama when he does the same thing, and his complete disregard for people's mental health. During the whole Pax versus
that was from earlier.
Leffen debacle of last year, Slime was someone who publicly defended Leffen by streaming and poking fun at Hax's admittedly bad videos on Leffen, though this one's pretty good. However, when reacting to Hax's third video, Slime said something very interesting.
Everyone knew that this was happening, about this fucking technicals video. Everyone knew about it, and Jisu asked people to... She was like, hey, this video's gonna come out and it's gonna fucking be really annoying and it sucks. And I'm like, damn, that fucking sucks. And she was like, can you like not engage with it because attention is like the engine that feeds people like this Keemstar fellow. And I was like, yeah, sure. And so that's why it was a lot of
Keemstar
like,
fella.
I'm fucking hands off because...
Wait, yeah, his subs are named Weed Smokers.
I think it's a good point.
Mind you, this was in regards to a video by the YouTuber Technicals containing new evidence and testimony suggesting that Jisu lied about nearly everything during the Me Too movement of July 2020. In fact,
female in that house. So what? Okay. So if she didn't feel comfortable with all the males, quote unquote, then why don't you go towards like any of the other females that's living in the house?
That's the question, though. Did any other females actually live in the house? I actually don't know. As far as that part, I actually did not pay attention.
I mean, like, I feel like there has to been like some like other females that have to like live in the house.
I mean, probably at some point.
that same evidence was...
I mean, cause like if you're like just a straight up all dudes and yet Jisu was the only female, it's just gonna go back to that meme of the white girl being on a white couch being surrounded by 5 black dudes.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's try to finish this video out. It's 2 hours. Yeah, the stream is 2 hours and a half. All right, let's just try to see if we can go through this whole thing.
was provided at the beginning of this video. So let's see what Slime's explanation for siding with Jisu was.
And I just default to trusting victims. I just do.
Yeah, that is not what I said, and I don't think she manipulated the community. I just believe her. I don't know, it's not that complicated.
Yeah, so, Slime, that only works if there's no conclusive evidence. If it was a he said, she said situation where there is no evidence to confirm or deny the allegations, then I would completely understand your stance. But there is hard evidence confirming the allegations against Jisu. But you wouldn't know that because remember, Jisu told you not to watch the video that contains said evidence. You see how this works? So long as Slime doesn't know the truth, he will blindly follow Jisu under the guise of believing victims. She could tell him that the Easter Bunny is real, and he would start blocking people who say otherwise. I hate to break this to you, Slime, but Jisu is exploiting your friendship and your mutual trust to protect herself. Not only that, but it's hilarious how you intentionally allow yourself to get manipulated. Like, I knew there was nothing on your head, but in it as well.
I don't have an argument, I just believe my friend. I am not your debate mannequin. I do not care and am literally eating a fiber smoothie right now because I have IBS.
Huh?
Did you not catch what he said?
What?
I think he said something about like, I understand that you don't got nothing on your head, but in your head, saying because he's bald.
Oh, I kind of missed that. Yeah. Damn, bro.
Hey Slime, if Jisu burned down an orphanage, would you defend her? What about a mental hospital?
I bet he would.
Why not? So Slime and the majority of community leaders wholeheartedly believe that Jisu is innocent. However, evidence that Jisu is lying has already been released publicly. This obviously threatens their belief that Jisu is innocent and could have massive implications on the rest of the community.
So let's take the example of like someone who's in denial about being addicted to alcohol. So this person, people can approach someone who's addicted to alcohol and in denial with the most logical argument. And emotionally, if this person is not willing to accept that they have a problem, their rational mind will come up with all kinds of counter arguments, and you will never be able to convince them that they have a problem. right?
Yeah,
Unless
Anthony.
they are willing
all right.
to entertain the idea that they have a problem, you will never be able to convince them.
Also remember that the more we invest ourselves into a belief, the more likely we are to justify that our investment was worth it. So the more the top figures publicly condemn Technical's video, the less likely they are to admit that they're wrong.
Maybe our entire community has always vehemently condemned Group A. We might have behaved hatefully towards some members of Group A ourselves in the past, based solely on this prejudice. We might also have seen Group A sympathizers being attacked and ostracized. If it turns out Group A isn't evil, we have some tough realities to face. First, we have to admit our entire community is wrong. This could tap into some hefty issues around trust, loyalty, and credibility. Second, we'll have to admit our own hateful behavior was unjustified. This could have big implications for our self-image. Third, we now face being attacked and ostracized if we defend Group A, which taps into our ideas of safety and security. These tough realities might feel intensely threatening to us, but the threat goes away if we can find some way of preserving our belief that Group A is evil.
And Slime has done just that. Let me break down all the common excuses Slime uses to defend Jisu. We've already covered the "she's my friend" and "I just believe victims" excuses, but he also likes to use what I call the box technique. Essentially, you use an ad hominem in a way that's dismissive and belittling in an attempt to discredit their stance as meaningless.
So there is a subgroup of people that are very fervent about these expose videos. I'm gonna try as hard as I can not to say the person's name, but I'm also in general addressing the sort of the group themselves that are very fervent and reply a lot, watch a lot of anime, right? And I'm going to call them, well, I have a name for them: the Incel Squadron Invading Smash, or ISIS for short.
This is the amount of displacement Slime needs in order to bring Technicals down to a level he feels he can beat. He's not actually engaging with the evidence because he refuses to even look at it. And also he'd lose if he tried. He'll watch hacks, make fun of him all day long, but he won't watch the actually well-structured video with the damning evidence because Jisu needs him to preserve a false belief.
I brought this up in reference to the fact that Sky Williams' life realistically never would have been ruined if Leffen had never existed. So now I'll bring—
I don't think that's true. I really don't think what he said is true, because I feel like what happened when Sky Williams was in the crossfire is that there was a lot of stuff that he did.
No, why don't you put a shirt on so you can think better? No. How about you put on a fucking hat so them fucking airs, so the air don't fucking mess with your goddamn brain.
Dude, my guy's extra chromosome acting up right now, dude.
Oh my God.
Bro,
no hair having ass.
No more hair having ass.
Fucking look back here out here looking at my dad.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh wait, my dad does have hair. Ugly ass little bitch. Ain't no life having ass too. Fucking simp ass motherfucker. I can't say anything about the simp because I simp for VTubers, but I'm not overly obsessed with them.
Dude, this guy's retarded.
Whereas defend them if they did something completely wrong with that ass. If they actually did something wrong, then I probably would just stop supporting them. But yet, if they didn't do anything wrong, then I'm like, okay, and what's like, for example, actually no. When we get to the whole Hololive incident, then I'll get my yeah.
All right.
Attention is like the engine that feeds people like this Keemstar fellow.
And notice how none of the statements he just made debunk anything presented against Jisu. He's not arguing to prove that Technicals is wrong. He's arguing with himself to prove why he doesn't have to listen. And if he doesn't have to listen, he's not at risk of having his mind changed, which he can preserve his false belief that Jisu is innocent. And the best part about all of this is that if you challenge his excuse—
I'm gonna give myself some copies to continue the video.
All right.
Excuses.
Wait, I continue the video?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't feel pressured in any way because if he's ever wrong, he doesn't have to admit it. After all, he doesn't care.
It doesn't sound like you don't care. Well, that's a hard question. Like that's kind of a gotcha like ish Logic Man thing, right? Because it's like we all care, right? We're all in here, but it's like, what do I not care about? That's a better framed question.
Yeah, what don't you care
about? Actually answer it instead of being like, whoa. You know. So you're a cunt, is what I'm saying.
Again, you didn't clap back with anything reasonable. You just said, well, you see, based on this logic, basically we all care, but you know, you're a cunt. What does that do? What? No, you're retarded. Okay.
This is personally my favorite play in his playbook. He can just cop out and not have to take any responsibility for enabling a pathological liar. But does he actually not care?
Do you think I stream these
No, he cares.
Disseminate propaganda
He does care.
or something? Like some sort of planned effort? I get a huge viewer.
If he truly didn't care, he wouldn't be responding to any of this whatsoever. At least not to this scale.
Spike just to react to a weird dude. There's no caping, there's no team. I would not watch it otherwise because I don't have to make community decisions.
I don't know if you know this, but people who just react to a weird dude don't go out of their way to reply to a tweet that didn't even mention them. Not only that, but in general, you'll also go out of your way to block people who have never interacted with you before solely because they support hacks. It's fine to block people, but don't block these people and then act like you don't care about the drama. If you don't care, why are you going out of your way to do these things? Like, it's not just people who appear on his Twitter feed that he's tweeting about. This man literally goes out of his way to find people he disagrees with and block them, then tries to say, I have no stance.
And I'm not gonna watch a fucking 2-hour video about someone who I know personally.
And he keeps responding.
Like, they're a liar. I have conspiracy. Zero interest. Because I can just ask them.
Zero interest.
Some sort of. Let's also be fair. I don't.
Lil Keemstar Jr.'s.
And you know what else? No one's reached out to me. Everyone's fucking. ISIS is so angry at me all the time.
This is a prime example of the most secure human being on planet Earth.
Bald
You're doing
leafy.
a lot of justifying and explaining for somebody who doesn't care about this drama. In fact, doing these streams kinda shows that you are invested on a certain level, because if you weren't, you would listen to your own words.
And she was like, can you not engage with it, because attention is like the engine that feeds people like this Keemstar fellow?
The easy answer is that he does care. And if you do actually care, Slime, then answer this question for me. Why do you continue to defend Jisu even when the evidence suggests that she's lying?
Exactly. You keep ignoring videos that would actually provide good evidence because, oh, Jisu told me so. You know, Jisu told me to shoot up the place, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure, Queen, I'll do it for you. No, but seriously, like, Slime cannot be credible. Because then when you try to hold him accountable for some things, then he's like, oh, it's all jokes, it's all fun. Ho, ho. You know, he keeps trying to back out of it. It's dumb, stupid, cringe.
What would it take for you to condemn Jisu? Now look, Slime. I may have come across as a bit aggressive and angry in my original video. I was simply frustrated with the fact that you wouldn't even acknowledge the possibility that Leffen and Jisu are in the wrong, and by not condemning them, it would only make things worse. However, while my tone may have been over the top, I still stand by everything I said in that video because the evidence supports me. I know my respect means literally nothing to you, but if you were to simply admit that you're wrong, I, along with thousands of others, would respect you more. As you once said, a public space is good for accountability. Well, as hard as it may be, it's time to hold your friend accountable.
Oh no, not Hugs! Not Hugo!
Hugs is also someone I've talked about before on this channel. He's someone who doesn't properly inform himself on certain issues before forming an opinion, and this can have negative effects considering he's a prominent figure in our community with a large influence. Now since then, a lot of things have transpired, namely that lawsuit against Jisu. Let's see who the highest contributor to Jisu's GoFundMe. Oh my. Against Jisu. Let's see who the highest contributor to Jisu's GoFundMe.
Here comes Rey Mysterio with the 619. Hugo Gonzalez.
Yeah, he's another top Smash player.
Oh my god! Like I know at this.
Yep, he supports Jisu. And so you remember that GoFundMe that Jisu made?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he basically donated $1,250 to her.
Why he donate a quarter of 2,000?
Because he genuinely believes that Jisu is a victim, and because he simps Jisu, I guess. Yeah, pretty cringe.
Well, at least we got about 12 more minutes left.
Yeah.
At this point, calling someone a simp is pretty childish and degenerate, but Hugs just does it to himself. Hugs when guy gets robbed, hugs when Jisu. Openly defending and supporting Jisu when there is evidence proving she's a liar is already pretty dumb, but when you've contributed...
Wait, I just noticed.
Gets robbed, hugs when Jisu.
That's crazy. That is crazy. So a dude gets robbed, Hugs just donates $100. Jisu, is getting sued for defamation. $1,250. Omega simp.
Openly defending and supporting Jisu when there is evidence proving she's a liar is already pretty dumb, but when you've contributed to 10% of her GoFundMe, you've hit a new low. Obviously, Hugs is entitled to do whatever he wants with his money, but let's not pretend like he isn't funding a manipulator. Back to what I said in the last section, this will only make it harder for Hugs to admit that he's wrong, because now he'll also have to admit that he helped fund Jisu. This may cause him to further rationalize dumb reasons for why she's innocent. I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, but one thing has become increasingly clear. Hugs will refuse to condemn Jisu for the foreseeable future. So today, I will show you guys the other side of...
Who said that?
Who was that? Was that you right there in the back?
No.
Okay. Keep my eyes on you.
Okay. Fucking retard.
Oh, who said that? Who said the F word? I don't care about retard, but who said the F word?
It was Billy. It was Billy.
Billy? Billy, you're banned. You're banned from school.
When it's
like almost 12 o'clock.
So basically, suspension is just you getting kicked. Getting expelled is banned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
And hopefully, help to change his mind.
Dark
Samus.
Westballs is a professional Melee player who was a victim of several false allegations during the July 2020 Smash.
Several false allegations? Regarding Westballs, I have confirmed that this is not the girl previously mentioned in tweets prior, but it is a second account of flirting with a minor. Did you apologize to my friend who you took out to dinner at CEO 2015, and after she told you she was 16, you just kept flirting with her? Never even apologized when he cheated on me with an 18-year-old. Never apologized for getting wasted and trying to grope me at the last... Where's the evidence? I know that sounds, kind of rough, but seriously, where's the evidence?
Lose most of his following as a result. While his innocence has now been recognized by the community, the damage has already been done, and Westballs is still losing followers today. Hugs has been a great friend with Westballs for around a decade now. You would think that someone who defends his friend Jisu as vehemently as he does would have done something to support his other friend Westballs through this very stressful...
I hate you.
Hugs never defended Westballs when his allegations were made.
You gotta leave, at least you have to unlike, because he put that Among Us video play.
You put that. I'm just playing.
No, I was saying just unlike.
and he hasn't acknowledged his innocence after them either. In fact, I wanted to try out a little experiment, so I went into advanced search and looked at the last time Hugs made a tweet in reference to Westballs. The latest one I could find was this one that was posted a week before the allegations were made. He also no longer follows him on Twitter, despite following pretty much every other prominent Smash community figurehead. But then I scrolled down, and I see he was ice skating with Jisu like 2 weeks ago. Despite Jisu's allegations of being an opportunistic liar and manipulator, where there is hard evidence that confirms basically everything, Hugs is perfectly fine with not only associating with her, but donating 4 figures of money to her. But the second his good friend Westballs is dealing with his own allegations that were made with no evidence by a woman who literally went to jail for chasing someone with a knife, he gets left out to fend for himself. And he wonders why PewDiePie calls him a simp.
But I think there's just a lot more shit they have to do.
Sam!
Whoa!
You don't understand. You have it really bad, alright?
Okay, well, I actually can't tell now. Wait, so is he calling me a simp or not?
Then we go a year later.
Wait, was that Hugs or was that the other guy?
No, and that's Hugs.
Well, I actually can't tell now. Wait, so is he calling me a simp or not?
Yes, he is dumbass.
Then we go a year later, and Hacks makes his evidence.zip video. Hugs, who didn't even watch it, mind you, responds to it by saying things like,
My initial reaction.
No, I would have my friends back if there was going to get allegations. I don't know if they were true or not, but I'll probably have their back until I actually 100% sure that they're truthful or they're lying to me.
Yeah, I think the key to good friendships, well, one, respect, respect. And I guess two, honesty as well, and you gotta tell your friend, you gotta tell your friends, when they've messed up, if they have messed up,
Yeah, because what you call it, I mean, I still talk to my best friend since I know for 2 decades now.
Yeah, it's just
almost 2 decades. Imagine.
Yeah, I mean.
I know there's some people who know their friends for 2 decades as well, but nowadays it's kind of rare because most people have falling out with their friends.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
I won't say most. I would say some.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah, a few. Yeah, I'll just stick with a few.
All right, let's continue, and let's hear what Simp Hugs have to say here.
Was that Hacks is not fine. Okay, Hacks is not okay. I like Hacks. I genuinely like Hacks. I've known him for a long, long time. I've known him since he was 13. I've always found him to be a positive presence anytime I've been around him. So to see this, it didn't make me happy. It kind of made me go, God damn it, Hacks, what the hell did you do to yourself?
So why didn't you reach out to him to see if he was doing okay? It's very disingenuous to insinuate that Hacks is your friend, yet do nothing to help him in his time of need. It's pretty apparent that Hugs
I'll try to defend him over some allegations or check up on him.
Yeah, at least try to hear both sides, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Definition of the word friend. So if you ever see him defending Jisu,
is a loner who still lives with his parents, still doing some cringy ass YouTube streams. He could possibly not be the one who did the murder.
Solid defense. The judge is like, well, shit. All right, cool. Innocent. Just slams the freaking hammer. I don't know what it's called.
Gavel.
The gavel, yeah. Slams down the gavel. He's like, all right.
But you're like, how you explain at 12 o'clock on February the 12th at 12 o'clock? Well, which one? AM or PM? AM. Well, at AM, I was still with them in the Discord VC.
And there's the stream to prove it.
The stream to prove it.
Yeah, it actually is 12 a.m. It just turned 12 a.m.
because she's my friend, it's dumb not only because Jisu is guilty, but also because, to Hugs, friends are things that are disposed of when necessary in order to save face with the rest of the community. He is some
problem. Now this is where I would just probably just step back and let them, because you don't know who to believe. Because you know, it's impossible to side with one friend while one of them is actually innocent while the other one is guilty. But
yeah,
that to me, I guess that's how it had to be like one of the neutral sides.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Someone whose ego is so mad.
We're talking about my friend versus like a random stranger I don't know. I'm going with my friend, but if a friend of mine going against another friend of mine, then I'm like, oh shit, I don't know who to trust. I'm gonna just stay out of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good thing, yeah. Oh, Hugs, you dummy.
Massive that he thinks there's nothing about him
I may
worthy
be
of criticism.
but at least I don't throw my friendship away.
Yeah, that's stupid, just throwing away friendships like that. It's cringe. That's why PewDiePie called this guy a simp.
Fucking yeah. I've donated to VTubers. Hell, the most I did it was $20, and that's because freaking Anthony dared me to.
Yeah, I dared you to.
And then you watch me spend like $11 on memberships.
True. I need to get those out. I really do.
Yeah, like I said, those are just supposed to be like a little short clips.
Yeah. I'll time it right. Alright, anyways, let's continue. Let's try to finish this
I hope
up.
this section and my previous video have proven that this isn't the case. It's even worse when you consider that the majority of the claims came from one of your friends, Princess Hyrule, so it's almost as if you condone the false allegations. You're a great friend, Hugs. Keep it up. Hugs, I'll ask the same question I asked Slime. Why do you continue to defend Jisu even when the evidence suggests that she's lying? What would it take for you to condemn Jisu? In fact, I'm not even asking for you to apologize to Westballs. What was done is done, and you've made your stance on his situation very clear to everyone. All I'm asking for is for you to keep that same energy for Jisu.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the video. Time for us to talk about Leffen. Remember, I'm an obsessed Keemstar Jr. I don't know anything else. Leffen had direct contact.
Huh?
Wait, go back to his picture. Go back to Leffen, like the picture of Leffen. Why do he look like Igor? With that retarded ass boy haircut, having ass.
Yeah, so this is an actual picture of him when he got that trash haircut. Oh, it's so funny.
Remember, I'm an obsessed Keemstar Jr. I don't know anything else. Leffen had direct contact with Jisu prior to her first allegation against Zero. At first, nobody believed Jisu's allegations and would only come to accept them as true once Zero admitted to Katie's story. But there was another force at play here that convinced an entire community that Jisu was telling the truth, and that force is named Leffen.
With all the credibility that I have, because most people didn't even know what I look like online until pretty recently. And I've had people think that I was a guy for years, but I thought it was messed up when I was saying everything I was saying, and immediately, because I'm trying to cancel one of their favorites, they're like, oh, there's absolutely zero credit. And it didn't take me fighting for myself. It took me going to my friends who are guys who had bigger platforms to back me up, and it took multiple of them for them to believe me. It's like, what? I've never lied. Why would I lie about this right now?
After Jisu
That's all I have to say.
accused Zero of harassing her with hentai, Leffen tried to corroborate her story with a story of his own, where Zero was sharing hentai with Japanese players at Apex 2013. However, the players involved claimed that Leffen was wrong about the situation, and that they never shared hentai with Zero. Later, Leffen shared another false story about Zero, claiming Zero sent a minor hentai in his Discord server without confirming their age. However, the person
In Japan, it is a sign of trust.
We said hentai to you, but you know share the hentai to others. That's how you get respect.
That is the samurai way. I don't know why.
Was not a minor at the time, so the only thing Zero is guilty of in that situation is being irresponsible. Leffen tried to corroborate Jisu's false allegations with false allegations of his own. The problem was that the evidence and testimonies that debunked these allegations would not be released until a year later.
Huh?
I said, I thought bisexual people had their own flags.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure. I don't know. I don't care enough about that to know.
Later, so people began to see.
I'll just ask Junko whenever he joins the VC next time.
Yeah.
The number of allegations ramping up and began to believe that Jisu was telling the truth.
Yeah, so when Leffen told the story, I literally did not remember a single detail about it. At the time, I was so pressured from all of these other scenarios that I just kind of said, okay, fine. If Leffen is saying this, then sure, maybe it happened and I don't remember. And it's not like there's like surveillance camera footage to check, right?
Yeah.
So I just said, that's fine. I'll just apologize. I later learned that me apologizing was seen as me admitting fault, which was weaponized against me later. And people took it as fact. And therefore they took Jackie's story as fact, which to me is a massive problem because Jackie's story had zero details whatsoever. But because I apologized to Leffen, suddenly it became that now I'm guilty for Jackie. To be honest, it felt like a trap. It felt like it was a planned moment. That's when I realized that what's happening to me right now is not one person, it's multiple people.
When it comes to pushing false allegations, Leffen is Esam without a soul. Around the same time, M2K was forced to reveal extremely personal information about himself in order to debunk the allegations made against him.
He needs to go to a retirement home.
Huh?
Why he looks like he needs to go to a retirement home?
I mean, he is pretty old. Yeah, but apparently they also accused him of doing stuff. I forgot what it was, but apparently it was pretty awful stuff. But then it turned out to be completely fake, like completely false.
Who's that?
Yeah, so this is Mewtwo King. He was a former top player in Smash Bros. But yeah, and they made false allegations against him, and then he had to talk about it like live on stream, or in a video or something. I don't know. But yeah, he was extremely uncomfortable talking about it, and it was all false. So I mean,
Leffen was also right there to spread those as well. The issue with these seemingly innocuous messages is that Leffen could have easily asked M2K in private for his side of the story. Leffen wouldn't apologize to M2K until over a year later after hacks brought it up in evidence.zip3. In fact, this was Leffen's initial response.
Any comment that I started the rumor about M2K is false. I was streaming and people posted his name in chat, and I posted asking about it. The bot is here and you can check. Very brave for M2K to go out what he said though. I feel extremely bad for him.
For an entire year, he tried to act like he didn't help spread M2K's allegations and only apologized when he was cornered. I know M2K wants to be left out of this, and please do not hound him after this video. I know many people will look at this and go, oh, but franchise, M2K is happy with Leffen's apology and wants to move on. Why can't you? The reason I'm bringing this up is because this is a recurring pattern of behavior. It's not an M2K exclusive thing. I do not believe he is being genuine with his apology to M2K, otherwise he would have already apologized to Balls for pushing his allegations, and also admitted that the allegations he pushed against Zero were false. He even referred to Zero as a friend in his first twitlonger containing a false allegation, then when Zero confronted him about it, Leffen would block him and leave him to drown by himself. He pushes allegations without vetting them, then when they turn out to be false, he refuses to apologize because he was just defending victims. He tries to use the Esam defense, but he's not actually sorry for what he did. Esam, at the very least, acknowledged that the allegations he pushed weren't
defending Jisu, like mostly bald. That means they have way too much air going into their brains and fucking up their brain cells.
Yeah, true. Either that or they have like a really whack haircut.
True.
With this bowl haircut.
True.
True, apologized for them,
Oh,
and retracted them. Leffen has done none of that. While he has now apologized to M2K, he still has to answer to all of his crimes. Not only did he make his own false allegations, but he did so to corroborate Jisu's false allegations as well. Combined with the fact that he spoke with Jisu before they made their accusations, and I don't see how it's a reach to say that they conspired to hijack the Me Too movement for their own personal gain. I sincerely hope that this lawsuit against Jisu uncovers the messages sent between those two to confirm whether or not they were in cahoots. Or maybe they weren't. Maybe Leffen had no idea that Jisu was lying and was just trying to push allegations to corroborate his friend. Even if that's the case, you still need to apologize to everyone you pushed false information against, Leffen. Oh, and also if that's the case, then you need to condemn Jisu.
Alright, finally, conclusion. This was a long ride.
The last episode,
so we finally reached the end of our journey. Jisu has committed crime after crime,
Dude,
and
I
gets
am
away with
so
it all
excited,
thanks
dude.
to her powerful friends who support and enable her actions. I honestly can't wait to see the look on their faces
confirm that they're gonna
when
do
she
like a third
loses her
season or
lawsuit
season
and
2
she gets exposed as a liar and
So did they confirm that they're gonna do like either a move like a season finale like of a movie, or if season 2 is their final season, or they don't have a season 3 for Demon Slayer?
I kind of think that for like the whole like series finale, they plan on making a movie. At least that's what I heard. That's just a rumor that I heard about Demon Slayer. But yeah, I don't think this will be their last season, especially with how popular Demon Slayer is. I think they'll keep on making new seasons until until the conclusion. Yeah, dude, but this one was hype. This one was hype. All right, anyways, let's finish this one up.
a fraud. I hope everyone who watched this video has come to a similar conclusion that I and many others have. Jisu became a voice for women in gaming, not because she wanted justice for those who were harmed, but because she could use the positive attention to boost her standing and reputation within the community. She donated to charity with Monopoly money, and those who needed the support the most have been used and spat on for Jisu's personal gain and ego. And her actions reflect poorly on the rest of the community, especially considering all they have done to support her. Doing photo shoots for her merch, donating to her legal defense, or refusing to even look at the evidence against her to begin with. It's sad that the community I once called home has devolved into the state that it is now. And many of these people who have sided with her, I really don't have anything against them. If they would just condemn Jisu and hold her accountable, I wouldn't have to make this video. But maybe this is what is needed in order for anything to be said. So if they aren't gonna say it, I will. Ban Jisu.
Thank you, other
Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.
Oh, we finally made it through it. Subscribe to the franchise. Alright, anyways, let me edit this real quick. M2K and West Balls. Hold on.
Why are you doing that? Well, why are you doing that? I'm what you call it?
All right. Okay, I think I'm up. All right, and then hashtag ban. Wait, hold on. Is the J capitalized? No, of course it is. Ban Jisu. There you go. There we go. So you said we're looking at this
Like, can your stream see it? See my screen?
Hold on. Hold on. I need to change. No. Discord. There we go. All right. I think we can see it now.
All right. Let's go to one of my.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rev here. Today we're going to be talking about the drama surrounding Hololive's Rushia that has been consuming social media for the past 24 hours. This is a story that involves everything from unhealthy parasocial relationships to idol culture to just flat-out delusional simpery. Now, I guess you could say the recent drama involving Hololive's Maury was a sort of diet version of what we're going to look at today. In a nutshell, that recent drama involved Hololive fans upset by Maury's public interactions with CDawg VA, her response to trolls, and even the possibility that she does lean. The crux of their
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I just let a deep breath because lean, really? Lean.
She's been taking some of that good lean, you know what I'm saying? Bang bang, choo choo.
Lean is the last drug I would expect from someone who lives in Japan would start to take.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's continue.
seeing complaints, mostly coming from Western fans, was that she was now impure because of these actions, which is very reminiscent of idol culture and the unreasonable expectations fans had.
Yeah. So speaking of idol culture, basically most idol agents, is it most now? Either most or some or few, whatever. Idol agencies they basically have a rule against relationships, and so basically the idols are not allowed to be in a sexual relationship with anyone.
Well,
and so that if someone gets caught like being sexually in a sexual relationship with someone, then their career is basically done.
Oh, I got you.
And so idols are supposed to be looked at as pure people.
For content creators and celebrities. Idol culture is a big thing in Japan.
Let's see.
Young entertainers, younger kids trained to sing, dance, and damn. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, see, like at the ending, see, their image must be flawless. So,
that has existed for decades. Idol is just a term used for young entertainers. Originally, this term was largely assigned to pop stars and models, but now is expanded to just about any type of entertainer out there, including VTubers. I'll be honest, idol culture is really dark and depressing. These aren't just entertainers in the eyes of their fans. They are supposed to be the embodiment of the ideal person, flawless in pretty much every way. And for female entertainers in particular, this involves things like purity. To this day, it is routine as
look. So Alloy. Mono Alloy. She was supposed to be part of which I won't say Hololive 5th generation. But she had graduated like 2 weeks. See? She had announced that she'll be taking a 2-week break from streaming activities after accidentally leaking her live 2D model in a test stream. In the video, Allo also addressed the incident where a man alleged by some viewers to be her boyfriend was harassed online. She stated that she cut ties with this person before debut and asked viewers to refrain from messaging him. She also stated that her home has been receiving phone calls from strangers online. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty rough, yeah.
literally, so like after 2 weeks of debut, she graduated. She wasn't able to. She wasn't able to make it because she was allegedly dating someone, and so now fast forward like a year and a half, like about like a year, like almost a year and a half later. Now Rushia is now getting called out for this.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, I see where this is going.
Repeat that?
Yeah, and so I kind of see where this is going.
Yeah. So this is like an introduction to idols, then into like VTubers.
Well, I guess introduction to idol controversy.
Found out they have a boyfriend or a husband, or even a sex life for that matter. And with these unhealthy...
Obsessed fan joins Japanese idol's home by zooming on her eyes.
What?
Parasocial relationships comes some of the most toxic and unhealthy behaviors you'll ever see. This toxic...
Is he trending in the United States, Rushia?
Yeah, I saw this trend.
Mafu shares a tweet apologizing and appearing to clarify that he is not in a relationship with fellow virtual YouTuber Rushia.
Idol culture is exactly what's going on with today's drama involving Hololive's Rushia. Rushia has been trending on both Japanese and Western Twitter for the past 24 hours after a discovery was made during her latest live stream. During this GTA...
As you see right here, it's kind of blurred. Is that my quality going to shit?
No, I think it's the videos. Yeah, it's the videos.
Collab with Sakuramiko, Rushia unknowingly had her Discord DMs displayed on the screen for viewers to see.
Mafu. Apparently, he's like a Japanese singer who does mostly like covers of original songs.
Oh.
Apparently, I don't know. I haven't looked into his channel.
These DMs included a conversation with a very popular Japanese singer-songwriter, Mafu, which obviously got people's attention, and screenshots of these messages were spreading all over Japanese Twitter. Essentially, the message translates to, "Just finished streaming, gonna go home now, Michan." And to clarify, Michan is essentially a more intimate name for her non-Hololive persona. Reaction to this was swift and unhinged. Shortly after...
And yeah, now as you see here, you can see people are canceling their memberships, selling all of their Rushia stuff, broken a phone case of her, and you have this guy up here who say he would not be like a white knight liar. Because of a mistake of both Rushia and Mafu on their technically both of them are at fault, but I don't give two shits because it's not my life, it's theirs.
Exactly, like oh my, this is stupid. This is retarded.
So just because your favorite VTuber idol she's really just acting as a character. Is she like this in real life? No, probably not. It's just a character that she plays on stream. Her private life is her private life, and my private life is my private life. I don't need to pry into it unless I'm doing it just to be a dickhead and for shits and giggles.
Yeah, it's honestly,
that's only towards friends.
Yeah,
but I'm saying that's only towards friends or family. That's about it. But not just like no random strangers. At the end of the day, Rushia is just probably just her, her VTuber name. Don't nobody know what's her actual name.
True, yeah.
Because you can tell because there's no one in hell someone named a child Gargua in real life. Unless they did, then oh well, my fault on that. But still,
the messages came up, the live stream abruptly ended, and the VOD of the stream was privated. Thousands of Rushia fans, feeling like this was a betrayal of the girlfriend experience they were promised, were now attacking her on social media and
so how does her private life have to tie in to her her girlfriend experience?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
So this is a little PSA here. Online personalities do not care about you romantically, all right? They don't, all right? They have their own private lives, all right? This is stupid. You guys got too attached. You really have. You think that these personalities owe you something. They don't.
Yeah, like for example, with KSI, like KSI has a girlfriend, but he doesn't show her because he wants to keep her private because it's his personal life.
Mm-hmm.
Not his viewers. His close friends, his family, and his girlfriend's friends and families.
Yeah, exactly. It's dumb.
If he wants to make her public, she can he can't force her, but she can decide to go in public saying that yeah, me and KSI are dating.
Yeah, exactly. Easy as that. All right. Anyways, let's continue.
canceling their channel memberships. People were even digging up tweets from Rushia and Mafu Mafu from 2000.
And then we're here again because they're over here saying like, oh yeah, look at this because they look like the same. Like the same whatchamacallit, like backdrop and stuff. They can have that same cat whatchamacallit cup you see there that they're using.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows? It's probably just ironic that they got that. They got the same plate and stuff. This was probably Rushia's like old VTuber account.
Yeah. I think they're really just reaching here. All right, well, let's keep going with this.
That showed that they were likely in the same house at some point, whether visiting or living together, and it got so heated last night that
Yeah. Now he went onto Twitter and started apologizing. Now this translation is stuff because it's Google translation. We don't know how bad Google translation is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can read it if you want to, Anthony. Like read it out loud to you so people can hear, but that's up to you.
I'm really sorry. Okay, hold on. I'm really sorry that this time I've caused a lot of misunderstandings due to my careless actions. Regarding the matter that is making the noise, I made friends with the other person through the game, and when I contacted him to play the game last night, many people felt uncomfortable. There is no fact such as cohabitation. Really sorry.
Yeah, of course, you can see where Google translation fucked up.
Yeah.
Instead of it's supposed to be either her or them.
Yeah.
public statement, which poorly translated, essentially implies they are just friends. And in a pleasant twist, reaction in the West has been one of largely support and understanding, while most of the outrage has been stemming from Japanese fans. And it goes...
Yeah, because most Western audience don't care about influencers' private life. If you do, then something is mentally wrong with you.
Exactly, yeah. Pretty reasonable.
Without saying, the outrage over this is downright pathetic. If you are...
Yeah, in Japanese, I won't say just Japanese, that's like any Asian culture, idol culture is obsessed with their idols, want them to be pure and flawless. Well, I'm not gonna say that America don't do the same thing. Of course, we do the same thing. Every country does the same thing, but
yeah.
genuinely upset after finding out a popular streamer might have a significant other, it is over for you. Reevaluate your entire life. This situation is a reflection of toxic idol culture as previously described, people unironically feeling betrayed, that there's even a possibility that she has a boyfriend, which is absolutely none of your business or concern.
Yeah, I mean, none of my business.
Exactly, yeah.
Like I said, look, she could... Look, each VTuber could be either married to someone, have a significant other, or could be dating someone, or just living with them.
Yeah, simple as that.
Or they just live on their own, and they're just they're just friends.
Mm-hmm. True.
Hell, looking like why? Why do I need to why do they need to say that? And with that, oh yeah, don't worry, me and this person, we're not dating. Freaking, bro. Even if she did tell the truth about them dating, the outcome will most likely still be the same.
Imagine having that level of entitlement. Oh, Rushia, I gave you $1,000 of my money. You're supposed to be my property now, and this is how you betray me? What?
Oh.
Sorry, Anon. Even if she was single, I highly doubt someone like her would be interested in some unwashed simp whose only attempt to make a connection with a woman is throwing money at them from behind a computer. I hate to break it to these...
Like I said, I'm a simp for VTubers, but I don't be throwing money and say, "Oh, let me do. Can I marry you, or can I do this to you? Can you be mine?" All that stuff. No, I just throw money. No, I just throw money by becoming their members, and I just be talking in chat. I'll just do random donations if I wanted to, but I don't do them. Yeah, I don't got a job to be throwing my money like that.
Mm-hmm.
People.
No, Anthony does. I'm like,
I don't. I don't.
She's a character. While her personality influences a lot of it, she is being paid to play a character for Hololive.
That's what I said earlier. She's playing a character on screen about real life. She probably is dating someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's fine.
Do I care exactly. Fucking, do I care if she was dating someone or not? No, not really. Because I mean, hey, if she was dating someone, that's good for her. Mm-hmm. If she's not dating someone, then that's either good or bad for her. Depends on the situation.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Mad at an actress in a TV show who has a boyfriend in real life. Yikes, dude. But anyways, this situation is sad to see, and I really, really hope that nothing bad comes out of it, because it would be entirely undeserved. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Yeah. Subscribe for...
No. And then if you come to here on Twitter, you have this tag which says, "I love Rushia," or somewhere around that line. You have people who just whatchamacallit, giving their gratitude and stuff for Rushia and all that stuff.
Oh,
see,
yeah.
And then I also gotta say in this where we got the profile.
I'm definitely gonna need to change the title of this of this stream, because now we just like finished up covering like the Jisu stuff, and now we're on VTuber complete 180.
Yeah. See, look, if you can see here that I contributed by saying I will support Rushia because she got me into Hololive and other VTubers, which she did. Yeah, I just wanted to see her smile. It always makes my day, which it does. Every time I see a clip and I see her smile, it just makes me happy and go on my day.
Fair enough, you know. I don't follow VTubers that much, but I just saw this trending on Twitter. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna end the stream here. So first off, ban Jisu. Seriously, ban Jisu, and probably ban Leffen as well.
And also stop hating on idols just because they're supposed to have a pure image. They're in real life they're hell. Some of them could be a-holes, but yeah, they don't want to show it. Well, hey,
yeah.
Some of them can be a-holes. Some of them are just either like their character personality, or some of them are just nonchalant. They just go out their day.
Yeah. So support Rushia and support Mafu Mafu. All right. Anyways, yeah.